a corner like thousands of others across the country. It's the place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it.
The GOAT, baby!
The funk is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. Soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
What up, good people? I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo, episode 27. My name is Armand. Say what you want, just spell my name right. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. What up?
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Merry New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Abasi, what up?
You got to do
what up?
Shit. It's just enough that people know that you know I go where I need to go to get it better. When you push my button, there's no telling what I may do. Stab you, choke you, bite you. I mean, whatever it takes to make a motherfucker stop existing.
We also got the smart guy. What's that time on that, man? Shout out to my boy Kende. What up?
I wrestle with an alligator. I done tussle with a whale. I done handcuff lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. The champ is here!
Last but not least, you got your boy Big Stace.
Black power shit.
Is what you need.
You better go somewhere with that black power shit.
Hey, before we get started, in the words of my guy Cam from Paid in Full, I'm still gonna be the king.
This nigga went and bought a Toys R Us fucking wrestling belt.
Hey, we got Toys R Us, but it's all
Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime.
Hey, look, before we really get into the show, I want to bring on our guest immediately. You know, he got moves to make.
Yes, indeed.
This is a staple in Chicago. He sell gym shoes like drugs, man, like weight. Without any further ado, man, I want to bring in my man, my Mella, Lavelle Sykes, aka affectionately known as Vale.
Big Vale.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So
we see you unmuted, Vale. We just don't see your video, bro.
Oh, you don't? I got my
Bam.
Sir,
going, guys?
Vale, what up?
What's up, brother? Salute, King.
First of all, thank you for doing this, man. Welcome to the Corner Convo, man. I appreciate you, brother. For real.
Thank you, man.
I had some technical difficulties, you know, but we're here now. Okay.
We always have those things, don't we?
So what we've been doing, man, we've been talking with legends from our city. We're talking Black excellence and people of the culture, right? And for those that don't know you, I wanted to, shine some more light on what you've been doing throughout the years, how you've been doing it, how you got started, and just your story, man. I've known you for quite some time. You're definitely my big brother, and you gave me a lot of game. And also, you never let me work for you, and I used to hate you when I was like 15. He was like, get out of here.
He didn't. That's because he didn't want to do no work. He just wanted the discount.
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. Nothing else.
Right.
The bathroom gloves and sneakers. That's all he wanted.
He just wanted to be the first one to stash them shits in the closet so nobody else could get them.
Yes, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so man, I've been in the industry since started working for a guy named Tony Sports back in the early 90s. Working with him to become the manager of his business. Then in 2004, launched my own brand, V-Dot brand, which would create his own retail spaces and partner with different people to create his own retail spaces. So the first store I had was 2005, which is called Self-Conscious on Lake Street, first sneaker boutique in Chicago. That was like that kind of magnitude and that kind of level, had that many sneakers in it. You know what I mean? From all around the country, around the world. We was one of the first ones to do that. Also, I sell customized sneakers, customized t-shirts, stuff like that. Then in 2008, I partnered with my partner, Bobby Simmons, who's my current partner now, we're opening up SUCCEZZ. the brand Success. When I opened up that store, I thought instead of doing a store, I wanted to create a brand. So our goal was to create a brand for the city. And it's always been about our city. So our goal was to create a store that minority owned, that's downtown, that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? There was no black, really honest stores, sneaker stores like that magnitude that was downtown. So we decided to create Success in 2008. And look at 12 years later, we're still on Michigan Avenue, still, you know, doing what the pioneers did before us. You know, back then, Michigan Avenue was a main street Chicago. Like, man, Michigan Avenue was like the mecca of Chicago back then. You know what I mean? You know, Michigan Avenue was like the it. So for us to be on Michigan Ave and being minorities, also grew up from the South Side too. Oh, it's a win-win. We from Robert Taylor Homes, he's from Greeny Green. I mean, Argyle Garden. So us to be on low end, he just hooked us up.
Right.
We was at home, you know.
One thing, Vel, I wanted to ask you, man, and this is something like you mentioned the Tony Sports connection, and it seems like a lot of the shoe culture in Chicago really has come from that umbrella. Like that Tony Sports was like literally like the forefather of a lot of what we see going on in the city now. And I know, I mean, I'm even wearing one of the collabs they did for All-Star with Adidas. One thing I wanted to say though is like, I feel like, you know, when you look at sneaker culture in general, it seems like the market was the consumer in that market was always Black people, right? And you got these like, you know, general stuff. You see memes and stuff now about like how people have sacrificed their whole life for a pair of Jordans, right? One thing that I see so dope about what y'all are doing at Success and what other cats are doing in the city is like, it almost seems as if the industry is swaying in, okay, now we control that market, right? Now we get to curate that market. The brands have to go through us to even really, you know, get that type of influence on the community. Talk about how that looks like from your end, like just from being a cat that's probably just into sneakers at some point to saying, shit, I get to be one of the curators.
No, but it's kind of super dope and cool to see where the industry is now and how it's grown. You know, before we opened a bar store, there wasn't too many minority-owned sneaker stores. You had Crew Sports, you had Tony Sports, which started like really Tony's was like the beginning of like the tree of life for everybody really in this industry. All honesty.
Book of Genesis, goddamn it.
It was a tree. It was a tree of life. Because think about it, there was no stores like that in Chicago that was urban and hip hop that tapped into our culture like that. You know, taps to hip hop. Remember, it was a hip hop music that we was selling people. We selling them fast and hip hop music, right? So speak up to today's now, it became a culture. It went from a music thing to like a lifestyle brand. And so everybody that we hired became crazy that we all like what we did. Diego, Shannon, Dave, Jeff, and Fly, Sir Madam, Autumn, you know, leaders from Corporate Leaders. He came through Tony Sports. He's worked for selling us clothing back in the day before he got a job with Crew. He used to be a rep for Varsity Clothing, you know, and Pony, you know. Diego Ross gave me my first job, which helped me start everything. You know, you got Shannon, which works with Diego now leaders, to help start the Tony Sports as well. You have Sir Alexis, Ottoman Bryant, Sir Madam, which is another retail store that's on the South Side has black that came from Tony Sports. And we have honestly Don C, Virgil, they all got shopped at Tony Sports. I'm being honest, these people shopped at Tony. It wasn't the only place for the employees to become something, but it also for the people that came part of it. We inspired them to do something. They saw what we did and took it and ran with it. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like he's the Barry Gordy of sneaker culture out here.
Right. Yeah, he was. In his props, he was that. You know, he created a lot of opportunities for a lot of people, but also people that work with them. We had a vision of our own to own our own thing. We want to have our own black thing. We saw him as being a minority, so we said we get our own. Why can I own my own store? Why can I own my own brand? Why can I own my own thing? So once we got the idea, why can't we have our own? It was over with for that then. You know, it's like now I can be the boss and I can empower people. And now I can use my influence and to connect with people. But the thing is, what's very important is we grew up as a family, and we are a family to this day now still. Even the consumers, like you guys shop Tony Sports too. And I know you guys from that day, and you guys are like family to me. Everybody really family. It's kind of weird how we just like, it's the love of Chicago. Chicago different than any other city, bro. It's like the love of it is insane. Like we grew up together, basically. We all grew up together. Think about it, we all grew up together. Everybody really did in Chicago. Think went to the same party, hip hop, house, disco, you know, gang banging, a drug dealer,
courts, all that.
You went to the mall. You went to the court, the mall. You went to IIT. You went to IIT. Went to the Pro-Am.
Proviso West tournament.
Proviso West tournament.
My bad. You went to Plaza West. You went to, you went to
Evergreen, aka Everblack.
Everblack. You went to the mall, Fort City. You had to go to
City.
Black.
Hell yeah, Fort City.
I can't say you had to do these things.
Maxwell Street.
Maxwell Street had to go to Jewtown.
Jewtown.
Man.
I remember hearing about Jewtown as a kid. I must have been like 8 or 9 years old. I thought it was like a mythical place because everybody that used to come back, they used to talk about these amazing deals and like all these amazing things. I used to be like, it sounds like Disneyland, dog.
You crossed that Halsted bus? Shit. Hey, Vel, I was doing some research on you, just bringing back the Tony Sports stuff. You kind of went past it nicely, but I know you quit because he tried to take some. I've been in management, so I know how this is. The owner tried to take money out of your check on some stuff that you didn't even do. So you said, you know what, I quit. You quit on a whim. You went and prayed on it, and then how many years later you bought him out when he went bankrupt?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
Wow.
Bought him out and did your thing. So I think that's huge from somebody just saying, man, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And then you just bought him out and got Encore started. So that's dope.
That's why we call it Encore. You get it? Tony Sports Encore. So
grand opening, grand closing. Right.
Bars, goddamn.
But no, I always had a vision to like empower my people, empower myself. I always wanted better. So I always had a vision for I wanted something. And Tony was a great place to be, but it's like at one point, when can we have our own thing? It wasn't enough for us in the game. It wasn't enough for me. I didn't see enough of us, And also people have stores. It was all for their friends. I'm not a clicky dude. So I'm like, okay, he's got clicks. So let me help break that click. So I'm gonna create for everybody. That's why I created self-conscious. That's why I left Tony Sports to create self-conscious. There's more of a way of life and a mental state for people to look at. So we said midnight. I said midnight. Who said midnight in Chicago? Nobody did.
That shit was a win.
12 o'clock at night, bro. You come get drunk and get some sneakers in my store. Think about that. No one did that.
Yeah, a sneaker bar.
A sneaker bar. Real talk before.
Bro, I haven't been to Leaders without having a beer yet.
See, that's what we do. It's like home. So it's like when people come, it's like we treat like family. So when I did the Encore thing at Tony's, it was like it was something missing up north. So I always thought about every time I open up a business, it's to look go somewhere as a void at. I was taught that a business only exists if it's avoiding it. Don't create a business unless it's void. You don't go do something that's what you're doing already. You look for that problem and solve it. So it was a problem up north where there's no shoe store. Tony's are closed down. I'm like, wow, let me create a thing called Encore. First sneaker boutique, high end. Everything was supposed to be high end and upper level. But into that, I lost that to my cousin because he got jealous of me. And I let that go, and I created
jealousy is a real thing.
Huh?
Jealousy is a real thing.
Oh yeah. So
was that a blessing in disguise for you though?
Oh yeah. What? I ran out of there like okay. I had the glove, but I understood the power of me. And
boom, there you go.
I'm the business. So if I go, it's gonna go.
Y'all dropping all kind of Encore bars. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business. Hey man, look here. I see what y'all doing this bad way, man. But on that, you bought a Success again, right? It's spelled differently. Them two Z's at the end, and I was doing some reading. Mine, I say, man, I need some background on Chicago Icon. Mine sent me 2 million motherfucking links. I was like, dog, you can stop now, bro. Okay, you can stop now. But then the more I read, the more I realized I already knew who you were, but I'm finally a chance to put a face to the name. So the name is spelled different, and with the Jordan collaboration, I'm just amazed at how y'all end up with the yellow line. Did y'all want the yellow line? And can you tell us what the two Z's are? Because you're a creator. You from Chicago, you have to fucking be creative to make it. Because many have came through these streets and died. Many have came through these streets, almost made it. Many came through these streets. A few have came through these streets and done what you do, man. And it's amazing. So them two Z's got to be symbolic of something, brother. And it's got to be something creative. And talk about the yellow line for us with the fashion tip.
So with the two Z's, right? So I left Subconscious Encore. The story is when I lost those left owners walking from stores, boss named Bobby called me the next day. So how God works. When I lost the sort of my cousin, Bobby called me the next day. I'm like, man, let's go meet and go have lunch somewhere. So we met on 15th in Michigan, next door to my first store I wanted to have, which I couldn't have. So we was on Lake Street. So I'm like, man, Bobby, like, my partner fell out in our business. Let's create a business. He said, what you want to call it? I want to call it Success. I said we're gonna use Z. We'll say let's do Z's instead of S's because we never sleep. In your NBA career, you've been hustling since you was a kid, and I've been working in retail since I was a kid, so I never sleep. So let's take success and use Z's with it because we never sleep. We always hustling. It's Chicago hustling city.
I saw it. I thought it was don't sleep on me twice.
Don't sleep on me twice. No, we never sleep. We always hustling, baby. We don't sleep for nothing. So we open up success. Crazy story though. When I tried to get, oh, I'm sorry about that. When I tried to open up Subconscious the first time, I tried to be on Michigan the first year. The language side couldn't be there. And when my partner lost their store to my partner the same day, the 1329 Michigan Avenue location opened up for me to have that space in it. The same day I lost my first store to my partner.
Oh, man.
The same day.
Was falling for you, brother.
It just rolled for me. So that's why the name Success means power. You know, so it speaks name. So we don't want to name a store called like B&V Bobby Sports and Vail Sports. No, we want to give it a name that's going to speak names to power to our people. So you speak our name, you're going to speak about power to yourself. When you wear our brand, you're going to wear something positive. And so no matter what you see, you're going to see Chicago in a positive light. So that's what we created success from. We never sleep.
I'm honestly hit that button. He should hit that button about podding right now. That's what you're doing. You're podding.
Huh?
Yeah. He going in.
Yeah. That's real shit.
So I didn't want to drop no jewels. You know what I mean? They just keep coming. You know what I'm saying? So my ears are open. I want everybody to hear this shit.
Thank you, man. So yeah. Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
And you was talking about the yellow line as you speak about that, right? No, I'm really from the south side, which I migrated to the north side as I was a young kid from Tony Sports. No, I'm a Robert Tully kid, but so as what was happening was it was Complex Con. I brought Complex Con to Chicago. People don't know that, but I brought Complex Con to Chicago, which was the first nigga expo in Chicago in McCormick Place.
That was this year, right? That was right. Yeah, right before All Star. Yeah.
Yes, it was. So we had a lot of Chicago. It was a Chicago-based thing, like Jewtown. Look how it was set up, like it was like Chicago. So we got that going. So as we there, like they're like, well, so my friends come in town from Nike, like, what are we gonna do for All Star 2020? Like it's our time. Let's do something for the city as a whole. Let's take all the train stations and everybody get a collaboration. And that's where the idea came from. So they partnered up 8 different creatives.
That is so Chicago right there.
It's 8 train stops. So everybody got a color. Virgil got the red line, so everybody got a line. So I said, give me yellow, because yellow is powerful. Think about it. Yes, it's 8.
I can't even name all the colors. Pink, red, blue,
pink,
green,
orange, green, yellow,
brown.
Brown line. So think of all these lines: red, purple, green, blue. So that's the 8 lines. So 8 people. So it's called 8 Together as One. So I'm gonna try to unite my city as one. My whole thing, since I've been from Tony Sports, was to bring my city together. Because understand is that if we together, we stand together. Because people, how I got this far, people supporting me. I have the same customers now that I had when I was in 1994. The same customers 94 to this day. That's a long ass time.
Hell yeah.
Choose the people. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for that support too out there.
There you go. Way to throw it out there. Good business.
Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be no Diego. Wouldn't be no leaders. Wouldn't be us without Chicago. And we understand that. So my thing is to empower my city. That's what
I'm trying to see if I can show you. I can't show you. Damn. I actually have the actual Leaders Adidas collab with the blue line, green line, red line joint up in my crib.
And it's funny because the NBA used that for their whole marketing campaign. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Everything they did was for the lines for the. I wanted to ask you this. I know it's affected a lot of the restaurants, but has COVID, when it started back right after the All-Star break, did that affect you and Bobby at all with your stores?
Honestly, man, it hit everybody hard, man. It wasn't expected. Everybody in the city was making money, so everybody was on a high. Like we was like lit, like everybody got paid. Bro.
Everybody got paid that weekend.
We can go spend the money now. We can go start doing different events and start,
the Kobe Lambo in front of the joint.
So because it's about our city. So the All-Star did good for us. COVID hit, the collabo was banging for us. We was hot. COVID's like, you know what, dog, y'all sit down and sit back for a little while. So we just started hustling. We really went to ground like from the corners. Maybe from the projects. I ain't gonna lie. We had to get back to Chicago, hustling the snow. We gonna get dirty. They said y'all shut down. We started doing curbside. You have to pull up to the front door. We get what y'all need. You can't come to our store, but we can get you at the front door though. You can't come in here. You ain't gonna shake my hand. You don't give me no
right. But sliding through that the J&J's fish window.
No, we cracked the gate up, bro. We had the gate cracked up. We had the gate. Pull up to the gate. That's it. You can't come in here, but hey, we got gate service. And so it affected us on a way that we couldn't get love like we want to give. We like giving love, bro. Like it's the city that makes us special. So we want to get that back to the city. So we couldn't get it. We couldn't hug. So they kind of hurt us on that level. But for our business being bad, no, we continue to. They supported us. We did good around the country. They supported, bro. You know, we couldn't do all we wanted to do, but you know, we do it this year coming up. 2021 is gonna be amazing. It's gonna, man, be ready.
Speak it into existence. There you go.
It's gonna be lit.
I gotta commend you, brother, on how you took the looting, right?
Oh,
I was pissed.
And
I was
yeah,
pissed,
that was
bro.
no low key. That was low key. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the first things.
Nigga.
Man, bro, that was some hard shit to see on IG, man. When that shit happened, bro, that shit literally was like, why?
I was going to call you, but I figured you were getting swamped with calls and shit. And then I just saw that you were putting positive affirmations out there, right, and not letting them affect you, right? Because sometimes the wrong things can enter your soul and make you make bad decisions, right?
Oh yeah.
I use that as a lesson, man, because I saw you. It didn't break you. It just made you retool and get back on your grind, right? And you would think that everybody knows that. And there were several other stores, that got hit, right? And that
they hit a lot of black owned. The Kim Bark Liquors got hit, bro.
They hit everybody. They didn't care. They had no love for nobody, man.
Right.
Nobody.
And so I guess
everybody get his work.
I guess what I'm asking is for you not to get bitter and still give that love out. What was that feeling, right? Because that could have put you in a bad space. Like, you know what? Fuck Chicago. I'm closing this bitch down.
On the real.
Yeah, real talk. I'm from the city. I'm from the project, so I know what it is had to not have.
Yeah.
So opportunity came. They took. I'm real. I can't expect the shit to come back to me. I did when I was young. I didn't kill the car. I didn't did what I did. Not saying it was good, but I made the wrong choices younger. But it comes with the suit. Shit, you come with it. You got a story, they don't take it from you. You understand? Main thing in business is your loss, is theft, right? So people don't come steal from us. People don't come take a rob out of our store, snatch and grab. None of that shit. You respect us. But when it came to happen, they broke into my store. I felt that it had to happen to show people that anybody can get touched, but at the same time, how you can support to stand up from that touching. How you can come back from this, what you lost. What you're losing, you can get more later. There's material stuff. They must need it more than I needed it. There's the sneakers. To you doing something that's giving you joy, even though it's not, but it's that's just giving that rush they get, right?
Temporary. There you go.
They're getting their rush, right? They're gonna go get it and give their friends, make a couple dollars off of it. They need the money. True, they need the money, right? Now I can just get some board it back up, and hopefully that during a pandemic, which you can't get shit back because it's all gone. I hate to say it, it's everything gone, everything's shut down. So now I gotta try double hard to get what I've lost. But I know God had more for me coming. I had more coming, bro. I done lost more than that before. I lost stores. Remember, I lost this whole. I went from $1 million business in 2005.
Yeah.
A whole $1 million business, 2 of them.
Yeah.
And opened up 2 more of them.
There you go. So with all
money, more money, more money.
So I'm being honest. So I learned to let go a long time ago.
Okay.
Word.
If we let go stuff, bro, this material stuff, we don't own this, we don't own nothing. We think we own something. We don't own anything. That's the number one fault to our society, our race is we think we own something. Mine.
That's a whole nother conversation right there, man. That's dope, though.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a real
that's
conversation.
real, though.
It's ours. If you want to take it, you can have it. It's yours too. I ain't gonna give it to you, but you take it. That's yours. So you got it. You won that one.
You won that one.
One thing to know, they won't give me twice though. You have me one again.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Chicago niggas never got twice, bro.
Not the same way.
Right. You said I had one time from my jacket once. Everybody got on the train one time.
One time.
I got for my cell phone once, man.
Everybody got for something in Chicago. If you don't get got for something, you ain't from Shad. I'm sorry.
Right.
You got somebody yourself too. You just take somebody too. So respect it. So,
and also too, you got your kids in the business.
Oh yeah, man, that's super cool, man.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen them, throughout the years or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like they're grown now, man, and they all talking to you.
Yeah, they all talking to me. They all graduated, all in college, bro. Like my story is funny story, man. Like I grew up in Robert Taylor Homes. I didn't graduate high school. I graduated when I was a freshman in high school. I didn't go to high school. I went for high school for like a month. My best friend got killed when I was in high school. Got shot with a shotgun in freshman year in division. He got killed right in front of everybody. I'm like, oh shit, this shit real. I mean, let's get busy. So I dropped out of high school. But then my kids graduated from high school. Then they went away to college. One of them went away to Boston to become a psychologist. She wanted to stay in Boston. She wanted to come back. My other two middle children went away to Marquette, right? These are my two, always with me. When I built my store, they were with me the whole time, from like the back seat of driving around, stretching out my trunk to painting the walls, right? These two kids with me the whole time. And so as they went to school, they came right back the next year. They didn't want to go to school. They wanted to come home and work in the business and go to school. I'm like, whoa, okay, cool. Y'all want to do this? I'm like, wow, cool. Bet. So my daughter, and I always want to break that cycle though of not having. Look at there's not too many minority-owned businesses. Again, I say again, there's not too many owned businesses. Family-owned businesses. That's our problem now as a society. We don't own nothing again. We don't leave nothing to nobody.
I think that's interesting, man. I mean, because what you talk about in that is we talk about this idea of like breaking that generational curse, right? And I think that like,
you got to break that.
One thing I've been saying to people, and you know, it's not always easy to see.
We're breaking it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not always easy to see down the line, like 10 years, 20 years from now, right? And I think that what that takes though, and what I'm noticing in these, like I teach high school over by where you grew up. I teach right over there on, well, I'm teaching from home now, but the school is physically located on Flagler North. Right. Yeah, right. I ain't never going back to that motherfucker, but the thing I'm noticing about like our generation of like us being in our mid 30s to 40s, right? Our parents were in a lot of ways that first group of Black folks that didn't have to completely fight the entire system to make it. Like our parents came out of that range where it was like, you know, the Black Power 70s was kind of wrapping up. You're getting into these Reaganomics or whatever. So we grew up watching our parents not necessarily have to face like overt, just, you know, complete systematic racism in the same way. Obviously racism is still around, but not in that same way. So I wonder, like when as you see with your kids, like you said, they was with you all the time. My parents used to take me to rehearsals when my dad's a playwright, my mom's a singer. So I used to go to rehearsals. So when I got older, like you said, in college, I'm like, man, what the fuck do I want to do in my life? The skills that I had already observed and picked up from just being around my parents as they were doing their entrepreneurial artwork, it was an easy fix. Like, yeah, I want to go in the music business. But like you said, I want to go into business. I don't want to be the rapper. I don't necessarily want to be the DJ. I did that. But like, I want to be on the business side. I want to be making these decisions about these contracts and about this money. And I think that experience as a kid growing up, watching that. So I'm bringing that back to say that like, as a Black father, this is a real conversation. The stigma behind what Black fathers do, even the ones that hustle, there's the stigma that if you hustling this hard, you can't possibly be doing nothing for your family. You can't be other than dragging them through it, right? Like it's all about you and not about your family. So even maybe just speak about that a little bit, man. Like, what do you feel from the Black father standpoint, still having to be a father, despite all the business, despite all the other shit and raising children in the world? How do you feel? I mean, I feel like you've done well at that, but how do you feel that's going to look for your kids and their kids in the next 10, 20 years?
So what's going to happen to look for my kids? What I'd like to say, I'm gonna break the cycle, right? Like I grew up, I look around, I look at things. My whole life I'm looking at things and people, right? So I'm looking at, I grew up in Chicago, all parts of Chicago, and I watched people grow up, things grow up. I watch things, I'm an observing person. So I've watched that. The problem with our age now, like it's us. Like I came up the last generation, like the last generation have something, like to be kind of, we the ones that got the hustle, right? After us, as the kids that's killing and committing murders and doing crazy things, right? You know, we was growing up, we had generation, our generation made the baby boom, or we all had kids. Remember that? And then 85, 86, we all had babies. Yeah. Remember that was a problem, childbirth, teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, teenage pregnancy was huge back then, yeah.
Right. Man, people was fucking.
Teenage pregnancy was real big back then, right? So I'm sorry about that. So that's not happening, right? That made the kids are now, right? So you look at these kids, they didn't have nothing. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. They don't care about nothing. They not left nothing. So what they gonna care about? There's no fight. Rob, steal. There's no fight. I ain't losing. I ain't got nothing to lose. Right. I ain't got. My grandma used to say, your parents left you something. They left you something. So my goal was to leave my kids something that they can change. I leave my kids something. Leave their kids something that's gonna change 3 generations of my families not having nothing.
Yeah,
that means something. You know what I mean? So my thing is to break that curse. And how to break that curse is teach your kids how to work. Teach them how to spend money, how to earn money, what money really is, what credit is. I tell my kids credit. My kids' credit score are all really nice credit scores. I tell them how to work credit. You know, what the game is, put them on your credit card. Show them how to spend money. You know, tell your kids your credit card. Hello. You know, you know that you can.
Because they're not teaching it. They're not teaching it in school.
No, they don't teach you that. So it's our job as parents and as fathers to teach our children that. And I'm trying to do that as best I can and show my friends, kids that if you know me, I'm gonna teach you this. I'm gonna give you this education. The game is free. Right. You got to give it out, man. And I want to give the game as much as I can. So back to your story is, I think that it's gonna change if we can change with us. Like you 4 guys are changing it now. What you're letting me speak, people are hearing it, and they're gonna go talk about it, and they're gonna change it. So you have doing a great job of what you're doing on your level to help change the generational curse of the minorities that we don't have. The parent is, the father is. So to being a father, I love being a father, but I love being a dad. I love to my kids to be with my kids. To me, it's like all I have ever wanted, you know. And reason why, because I never had that. You want what you can't have.
Or didn't have, right? You know
what I'm saying? So I try to give my kids everything I didn't have. I don't spoil my children. No, they earn what they have.
Yeah.
They never wanted for nothing. I've never lacked for nothing. And I don't force business on my children. I let them do it themselves.
That's perfect. That's great parenting right there, though, man. Anybody else got anything else for them?
I do have a question. Are you trying to open up another store? What are we talking expansion?
We had a business plan. To learn something, right? I learned from a lot of people. We want to do our first thing was our whole goal was to become the first minority-owned franchise around the country.
Okay.
There's no black franchise stores in America, minority-owned. Look at there are not too many of them. There's not really they're not none. There's not one minority-owned franchise. That's our goal to do franchise next year.
Ideally, what would be the next location for us? Detroit.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, wow. Detroit on some come up shit though right now. They rebuilding that bad boy. The building that man, go get it. There you go. That's a great call right there.
Get D Rose to market for you. That's a good.
And Okafor. You have some Chicago homies out there.
Yeah, bro.
Like Chicago.
Now, I know we had spoke about possibly doing a documentary. Are you still want to do that?
Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I have to do that. It's part of the plan. And do a book.
The reason I ask is because Dion, my esteemed brother, my partner in crime, he shoots documentaries. You know, it's kind of what we do, man. So it's a one-stop shop on the corner, man. So we can talk off mic about that, you know. And before I let you go, I just want to always say thank you, man, because I definitely always looked at you as a big brother. And this is like no cap, no bullshit, right?
I mean, you was in high school, bro. You was in like 3rd grade.
Yeah. that's how far back we go, right?
Your dad, your brother.
Yeah. So like for me, right, I always been into kicks. So you were like the epitome of what I could be. Like, okay, this nigga small like me, he cool, he fly.
He gonna call you small like that?
Small like me.
like, okay, it can happen, right? Just on a small scale. Like, okay, I'll fuck with him, right? But you've never, if I hit you, you hit me back, right?
Oh yeah, always.
But if I need you in the jam, you hit me back. I remember one day I copped some shoes for you, and I had the wrong size. He's like, bro, I'm on my way right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that just talks to the character of the man, and you didn't have to do shit like that, right? And I just want to say thank you, man, for always looking out, even when I was in high school and thinking I was tough, you know what I mean? You be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Straighten your hat up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got on that.
He started gangbanging for a minute, man. Like, what's going on? What's wrong with
what
you,
What are you doing? What are you doing? That's crazy. That's crazy you say that, right? Because one thing that's similar to that is like, again, that's another one of those small things that I think that people don't talk about amongst Black men is like, it took one of my closest friends who was a BD at the time. We was ditching school, going, second period, going to the gas station, rolling a blunt, smoking in the car. And I remember one day, we in the car with 2 other homies, and somebody was like, man, McKinney, you might as well just go ahead and raise your flag, become a BD. I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. And my cousin, one of my best friends was like, nigga, no, what are you talking about? He's like, that's never gonna happen, bro. And I was like, yeah, you right. But it takes a real nigga to do that though, right? It takes a real dude to be like, hey, bro, stay out of this, man. This ain't for you. Because what he was saying to me was like, Kende, you got a trajectory, bro. Like you got a successful life ahead of you, man. And this is not going to help.
You don't need this.
Yeah. What's up, Queen?
You know what?
Yeah, so that's real shit, bro.
We taking up a lot of your time, man. We blessed that we honored, but you made the conversation feel so barbershop like. we got to hit you with one more over the head, man. It was an actual topic from the show, bro. Just get your thoughts on it real quick, man. I hope you don't mind, brother.
What's up? What is it?
All right, look here.
Oh,
it was. Why do people? Why do people use New Year's as a timeline or a date to quit or begin some shit they know they should have been doing or been working on already?
Niggas need goals.
No, I'm trying. You took my whole point, man. You took my whole point, dog.
That's the next T-shirt line. You gotta have hashtag niggas need goals.
That shit made me laugh. When somebody say, "Hey, man, new year, new me," I'm looking like, "Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here, bro." But go ahead. I appreciate you for saying. I appreciate you for setting goals, though. But you on bullshit. But go ahead, though.
Niggas has to be goals. Something, man. They ain't got no goals. They just want to say something, man. They got to say goals. Man.
Gotta have something to put on Facebook. Can't go on Instagram empty hand.
What they gonna say?
What? I never hear a crackhead say, "I'm quitting on New Year's Eve," though. I've never heard that. You heard smokers, drinkers, overweight people. You know the crackhead don't say nothing. He gonna smoke. He looking for the outdoor sale with a dealer with a plug on motherfucking the plug gonna have a new test run. Crackhead, I ain't quitting today.
This time I'm not smoking. No, I smoke. Come on, this ain't no my ass.
Real shit, man. Oh boy. I'm gonna let them send you to the sunset, but I'm not good at that. Yeah. But I want to get your opinion on that question real quick, man, because you're like, man, this is pretty funny, man. And it's that time of the year, and you mentioned doing something big, like Dion said, you mentioned doing something big in Detroit in 2021, man. And we're looking forward to your success in your future endeavors, brother.
And thank you guys, man. Thanks for the time, man. You guys are doing a great thing. Hopefully, I come back on with you guys one day soon. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
For sure.
Let's work on a documentary. That's the world what Chicago really got to offer them, man. You know, Chicago's a dope city, man. Let's keep doing what y'all guys doing, man.
National, we ain't gonna Hollywood you either. No, we gonna bring you on still.
Don't go. Y'all going national. It's going. I see advertising coming.
You heard it. You heard it here first on the corner, man. You know, I appreciate the love and support for real.
Police coming, gotta go.
Police
coming, gotta go. Get on the corner. Get on the corner. Y'all gonna get y'all.
I can't stand your king shit, brother.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
Appreciate
you. A corner.
That was so good to the point. He said, I don't say the N-word. He said, niggas gotta have goals, man.
Niggas need goals, boy.
That's hilarious, man.
Hey, if he don't put that on a t-shirt, I'm gonna be mad as hell, boy.
Niggas need goals, bro.
I'm gonna be mad as hell.
That was hard.
So, man, well, you might as well finish that topic before we do whatever. Shit.
Wait, what topic? Are you talking about the Bears? The Chicago Bears? That topic?
Did they win?
Not only that, they won 41-17. Now, Jacksonville is the most garbage team. They're worse than the Jets.
Always say this.
Because that's the only team that they beat. The only team that they beat that has like 27. No, it was 10-10 or no, 13-10.
13-10.
And Trubisky had just done the dumbest shit of all dumb shit. Like, he threw away a touchdown on 1st and 10 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Like, who does this stupid shit, right?
Him.
The only team they beat that had any actual value was Tampa Bay. Everybody else is garbage. They're gonna get their ass whooped to Green Bay unless Green Bay sits Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Unless they sit Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay does not have to play him.
Yeah, which I think there's enough hate in Green Bay for the Bears that they're gonna be like, you know what? Fuck these niggas. We're not gonna give these niggas an easy pass to the league. We're gonna smash these niggas' dreams so we can piss on their ass on Instagram for the rest of the year. All my Milwaukee people, what up, peeps?
Go ahead, Dion. He
can be playing both sides. Fuck that shit. So my whole thing is, if Green Bay don't need it, Aaron Rodgers sits regardless. Yeah. Because you don't put him out there against our defense to get his ass bust. And I really don't think, unless, because Tennessee is not no pass-over ass team, because Derrick Henry is a monster. So if they take over this week and beat Tennessee, then I think the Bears have a nice situation going. And I'd like to see what they'll do in the playoffs, to be honest. I mean playoffs,
we know they're going to lose in the playoffs. Like, let's not be crazy here. We know if they make it to the playoffs.
What if they go against a team? What if they go against a team that the Bears play tough against good teams, man?
The problem that we have,
y'all don't see him right
problem. Now. Yeah, he's going to get. He said he was going to re-up his liquor. He said he was going to re-up. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why he don't just sit the bottle close to him like the rest of us. But anyway, he's literally sitting at his bar island in his house. Like there's nothing but space and opportunity for him to hold. But anyway, I digress. My point is this. Our problem is simple. We have a quarterback who can, there's no quarterback that will make the decision that he just made in the most critical time of the game. So if we keep the game close, which I think we can because of the defense, they seem to be getting the ball to the ball. You know, the David Montgomery's playing balls out all the time now. Mooney's stepping up, and Allen Robinson's been killing. It's not them. It's the quarterback, dude. Like the quarterback makes the decision with the ball at the beginning of every snap. And this guy lacks good decision-making skills.
That's way too many words to call Trish Trubisky a fucking bum, bro. Let's not do this, okay? That's way too many fucking words, dog. And then on top of that, they just lost, 6 in a row? None of this positive silver lining shit being said then, man. The Bears win a second game.
Out, man. You have a right to hate them and then come back like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. It's your right as a Chicago Bears fan to say they shitty.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. As a Chicagoan, it's my right to call that bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's funny how after Arizona lost, today's game became the most important game in Bears history. All of a sudden, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
The Super Bowl 06 was the most important game, the one that they lost that they should have won. But Peyton Manning is the GOAT. So
yeah. I am praying, and I don't even go to church or pray. I am praying that Aaron Rodgers say, you know what? Let me tune up for the playoffs, you know, after that. And let me tune up for one half and drop 40 of you fucking heads and send these punks home.
Listen, me too. If he get a bye, there's no way in hell that they're gonna play him. They're gonna rest him.
Coaches don't look at those buys differently now, though, Deion. They look at them buys differently.
But he's an older quarterback, bro. He don't got nothing else to prove. He's going down in the history books as one of the greatest ever. Exactly. And that's Deion's point is really real. The Bears defense is tenacious, and they will get to his ass, and that ankle gets twisted. It's curtain.
And them 6 losses, y'all won't say shit about that defense.
But look at it, Abasi. The Bears have this defense. They have to win this game. You really think they ain't gonna give a fuck about breaking this dude face? If I was the coach and I'm good, why would I play Aaron Rodgers? If they beat us, they beat us. We still good. Just like the Bears did against them when they went to the Super Bowl. Think about that. If I'm the coach of Green Bay, I'm fucking not playing my guy.
I just know
or Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones.
The last 6 games, there was a MIA out for Khalil Mack. Akeem Hicks out of the extra game. We weren't talking about this defense for nothing. Now for 2 games, this defense is.
That's not true. That's not true. If you go back and look at every show, that's not true. If you look at every show, we never shit on the defense. We only shit on the quarterback.
I didn't say y'all did. I'm just saying. The last 6 games, y'all weren't speaking highly. Y'all weren't even mentioning the fucking defense. It was about Mitch and Nick Foles, bro. So not talking about somebody, it's just like saying they fucking garbage. It ain't worth talking about.
12-3.
All right.
You're right.
Are y'all done?
You're right.
Are y'all done with that shit?
Yeah.
They cheerleaders ugly though. Bear cheerleaders probably ugly as fuck. I can't even see them.
And the honey bears. Call them what they are. The honey bears. They actually got rid of them about 20 years ago.
The McCaskey the only cheerleader. Right.
The Bears just really killed my spirit. I hate when y'all talk about this. So it's just y'all just...
let's talk about the Bulls then. They got drugs by fucking 40.
Let's not. They're trash.
You see Billy Donovan talk shit about them?
Nah, what he
Great
said.
year. Glad I'm missing covering that shit. Fuck.
Yeah, they're really bad. And there doesn't look like a lot of like future, like if you look at free agency, not at all everybody signed up. There's really nobody out there that you can get next year that's gonna increase the value of the team. Yeah, they're gonna be trash for a long time, man.
Giannis has signed. There's not, like you said, there's nothing available that wants to come here.
All right. Well, that's the Chicago wrap up again. Trash on trash. You know, what else can we say?
I mean, he's 12-3. We'll see who wins next week. Maybe we can put a burger or something on it. Whoever wins. You have Green Bay or the Bears?
Who you talking to? Me?
You, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he got Green Bay.
You're talking to me. I have green on. So yeah, Green Bay. What you mean?
You got Green Bay? I got the Bears. Would you like to put a wager up?
I cannot wait.
He's saying right now.
I'd say like maybe an all cheval burger. I'm sure you haven't.
I love that spot.
Hey brother, whatever you would like me to quick pay.
Okay, All
Wait. Do you know what the all Cheval burger is, though? I do need to confirm that, Amon. Do you know what an all Cheval burger is?
Just say yes, and I'll tell you, bro. Don't worry about it.
No. Let me go ahead and
burger in the world.
Let me take a stab at this. It's meat with bread and condiment.
Oh, you don't know what it is.
Doesn't know.
Hold on. As long as it's not a burger with egg, yolk, and all the goofy.
It's all of that. It's all of that.
Trash. That shit
listen,
is trash.
man.
But hey,
listen.
if that's what he wants, that's fine. I don't want that shit.
Man.
I don't want that shit.
So we got a bet. You got Bears. I got Green. I mean, you got Green Bay. I got Bears.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, there you go. You back.
Sorry, no, I got a phone call. Low key, I need to run downstairs. Somebody's.
Today, you have the Bears or Green Bay.
Send Mosey down.
Go ahead, bro.
I gotta do so much to do all of that. Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
You still in there?
Oh, yes.
You mind going downstairs to pick up this box for me real quick?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Hold on.
Uber Eats.
Can they back to selling drugs, y'all? Come on, pick up a box.
No. I left something. I left my mother's Christmas gift to me in the car last night, and
okay.
I deal with that later. That's all right.
What up?
You have?
I don't know yet. I got to see who playing.
Never mind.
I got to see who playing.
So
man.
let me jump right into this. I meant to get into this last week, and we may be a little bit behind, but it's still news, I guess, if you will. Quick hits. I didn't like this, but it's long overdue. The MLB finally recognizing the Negro Leagues, right? That's cool, but to me, it's white peopling, right? You kept them out for so long. Now, all of a sudden, I'm not even sure who led the charge on this, but to say, oh, we're counting their stats now. What's so important is this is all part of the George Floyd. Everything started there. So it's like, Washington not being the Redskins, and now this, right? Satchel Paige was probably one of the greatest players ever, right? But you didn't allow him in the league because he wouldn't fit under the standards, right? So we went with Jackie, and then you just slowly matriculated people into the
matriculated.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. 4 points?
Yeah, that's like an 8-9. I give you 8 or 9 for that.
Dion hating, B.
I got an idea for a shirt though. I meant to tell y'all.
The usage of the word is 10.
Okay.
That was hard. I just, what I'm saying? Like, okay, shout out to y'all for finally giving us our just due, but it's always when they decide. And I just hate them having the gatekeeper, like, or being the gatekeeper of that. The problem I have with it is that it's a symbolic thing that they do to protect their brand, right? So it's the idea that because the Washington Redskins thing, that's not 2020 thing. That's been talked about for like 15 years. Right? These are things, the Negro League thing, all of this stuff has been talked about forever, right? So what it makes me think of, at least, is this concept of reparations. So the reason why no United States president has ever apologized for slavery in America is because if an apology comes from the person who runs the country that did that, then you now have to say, what are you going to do to make that right? So the minute you give the apology, you've signed the check that you now have to make restitution on this, right?
No, that boy's he's podding now.
So it's the same with the MLB. So, okay, cool. We're going to include your stats in the stat book, but we're not going to, you can't go backwards and like give somebody else an MVP or all that. There's too much other stuff to factor in, but it's basically a symbolic thing to say. I mean, the NFL, the NBA went real hard. NBA was like Black Lives Matter on everything, right? Like they just went hard as hell.
That's because we run that league.
Agreed. The NFL took a slight step back and said, we all need each other, or whatever their fucking hashtag is. We all in this together, right? Which is a short step backwards, right? And baseball has always been super white and Latin. Black people are not, huge baseball fans in that regard. It's never been the Black American pastime in that regard. And players don't get recruited that same way. Most of the players that get recruited for baseball go play fucking football, right? So it's like that are Black anyway. So it's like it's a symbolic approach for them to preserve the brand at a time where they needed to make some kind of statement. That's what they did, man.
I would like them to see, if they're counting their stats, put their stats up against, You know,
they have to.
And then cut a check for doing what they did, right? To their families.
No.
Most of them dudes is dead, bro.
That's why I said to their families. That's to their families. Like,
but now you're talking about redistributing all kinds of
that's the point. That's the point McKinday made, bro. That's the point he made, dog, about restitution. No, it's not gonna happen. You know what?
You know what I would have taken though. That would have been again kind of like we was talking about with Vail. Don't give me this symbolic hashtag, right? Fuck the hashtag, right? What I would rather see is you establish a system of, you know, developing more African-American baseball players. Because I mean, I played ball, you played ball. There are some cold ass brothers out here that play ball that just don't get the looks because they don't come from that school, right? They don't come from that division, right?
That's every sport though.
I would have much rather have heard them say, we are starting the Negro minor leagues or some shit to that effect, where we're taking a direct opportunity to increase the number of Black players, Black GMs, Black, you know what I'm saying, president of operations in the MLB. That is what I would have seen as a real way, because now you're providing opportunities to you know, adjust that narrative over time.
Go ahead. Every sport is just like, back in the day when we were watching, there were your Andre Dawsons, your Leon Smiths, your
Ozzie
Smith,
like
Barry Bonds. Now it's like a lot of Cubans and
Dominicans
players and Dominicans, and you know, the Cubs drafting Ed Howard out of Mount Carmel. First of all, that hit home because, you know, I played in the Catholic League. Bossy, you played in the Catholic League, although you quit.
Got up out of there.
I chose up, Dion. I chose up, bro.
Yeah, nobody cares about Catholic League basketball, bro. Not in Chicago. Catholic League basketball is trash in Chicago.
Yeah, he played football though and quit. We remember that episode.
Oh, Catholic League football is big in Chicago.
Yeah,
I was not built for football.
Mount Carmel was like the giant at the time.
I played against Donovan McNabb every year.
Yeah, like Mount Carmel was football amazing.
Coming out of there and going to the Cubs, that's a big, huge step in getting back into it, because we need a lot more. we need to get a lot more of our own back into it, because we played every, Black pitchers. Like, just think back in the day. Like, I'm a Cubs fan because of Andre Dawson, Leon Smith, all of them.
Dunston.
Sean Dunston, bro.
Talk to me.
The reason why one of the reasons why black kids are so into basketball is because it's the cheapest sport to invest in. All you need is a basketball. Niggas used to put up crates on light poles. You can create a
hangers
goal
on your door.
Right? You don't need no cleats. You don't need no fucking shorts. All you need is a basketball. You can get that at the fucking corner store for $10.99 or with a free pack of Coors Light.
I play Strike 'em out.
We play Strike 'em out, but understand
you don't even need a fucking bat, bro. You can use a fucking rock.
But ain't no.
Maybe you want that, bro.
But no, we play Strike 'em out. We play Strike 'em out. But what I'm saying is, once you start to get into baseball, once you start playing in a league, you have to buy a bat. That's a $70 investment. You have to buy cleats, the gloves, the travel. It becomes a bigger investment. Basketball, you just need a rock.
AAU is not cheap. Where the fuck y'all live at?
Well, I ain't talking about that's a different level.
It's an investment.
And let me be clear. Let me be clear though. That's also when the industry of basketball realized, oh shit, we need to get these kids that's in the hood playing in these trash ass schools. We have to invest. They created that shit. Black people didn't create the AAU, nigga. That was the industry creating AAU.
We talk about God and Adam and Eve now. We talk about basketball.
Yeah, Nike, Adidas, all them fucking tournaments and shit, nigga. Because they know that the next Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant nigga is coming out of this system if we put them all in the same room.
AAU court.
It's still
I saw an interview. He told Tracy McGrady, bro, what are you gonna do in AAU? You got other motherfuckers playing just like you. You might not get no time. Work on yourself. And that's coming from Kobe Bean Bryant. So when I saw that, I was literally about to get his $100-something to this dude just to get on the team, not to mention what you got to pay to travel.
To that
names
point.
You mentioned. Hold on.
McKinday,
hold on a second, brother. Hold on a second. The names you mentioned. He said Kobe. He said T-Mac. These moms been killing for how long? Everybody ain't them. Everybody don't have that talent. They're not on that fucking level. They have to pay Tom. They have to pay Tom Allen. They have to pay Larry Butler. You have to pay Chris Hill. You have to pay the Illinois Heat. All these programs, you have to pay them to travel. And all these kids in the NBA now, these stars now, these are AAU babies, bro.
You know what?
Unless the neighborhood dealer got your back and your parents take you from trip to trip to trip and sell their cash, bro, this shit is just as expensive as baseball.
I agree. However, I want to point out one thing that you just mentioned. Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Kobe and Kevin Garnett are going into the Hall of Fame, right? 2020, they're inducted. No, they're the inducted.
Yeah, Tim Duncan too.
They came to the NBA in high school, bro. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about how out of high school. So think about that. What does that say about how did they know who them niggas was? Right? Because they set up the tournaments. All of them dudes play. KG, when he came to Chicago to go to Farragut to play with Ronnie Fields, that was one of the first moves of the era where players started leaving to move to other places to play with other players, bro. So I'm just saying that I agree with you that it's expensive. The point I'm trying to make here is that when you first learn to play a sport, you're not in high school. You're 8 years old playing on the block with your homies. And it's a lot cheaper to play basketball in the hood than it ain't no fucking baseball fields in some of these places, bro. How you even gonna play baseball without a field?
You just talked about putting a crate on a fucking telephone pole, bro.
Right. That's my point. My point is you can make basketball work no matter what, as long as you have a basketball.
You don't need a court to learn basketball. You don't need a field to learn the mechanics of baseball. You may not.
That's completely incorrect. That's completely incorrect.
Hell no.
Bro. Barry Bonds should be in the motherfucking Hall of Fame. But they say steroids.
Fuck all that anyway, man.
Hand-eye coordination. If you can't hit, I don't give a fuck what you shooting up your motherfucking arm. That's my opinion. But in reference to baseball, you can't forget that a lot of the kids, some of these kids don't want to get hit with that motherfucking ball,
they scared.
Bro.
They scared, bro.
Think about it. Some of them scared, bro.
That's real. No, it's like trauma. It's like somebody shooting at their ass. They hit that pop.
One of them motherfuckers.
That's what they play. That's what they play strike about. They hit that fucking ball or they rock. You know what I'm saying?
But you play strike them out not with a league ball. You play with a rubber ball. You didn't play strike them out with a league ball.
That shit didn't hurt.
Hell no.
A rubber. Wait, what are we talking about?
Y'all had kids pitching to y'all, bro. I'm cool.
You play strike them out with a league ball?
No.
I was gonna say exactly. No, bro, so you ain't scared to get hit with a rubber ball.
Okay, y'all not. I am. It's cool. That's why I play basketball and not football. It's a big difference, bro. How about we go?
The biggest nigga right there. The biggest nigga I know. They talking about that's why I ain't play football.
Basketball. Hey, that's a foul. Hit me as a foul.
Fuck that shit.
No, but these Negro League stats, bro, it sits with me wrong because I hate when things are done when they are conveniently timed for the benefit of something else, bro. Like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna move on. I ain't gonna talk about it. I think Jay-Z's 444 was a great album. I thought it was conveniently timed to come out in a time where it's cool to be socially conscious. He could have been did that. He secured his bag. He dropped 444. I'm not mad at you, Jay. You get back.
Beyonce did the same.
Great.
Her Lion King thing. Yeah.
Same shit, man. You know, so they are doing this now because it is cool to be with the movement. It's cool to be socially conscious. It's cool to, hey, black folks, y'all welcome. POC, y'all welcome. Y'all welcome.
No, that boy's his pod now.
It's wild because there are big complaints about black GMs in baseball just not being there and the shortage of black players. You know, we have one of the best in the league on the White Sox and Tim Anderson. Don't forget that. And he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all this stuff always just bothers me, man, because it's like, come on, y'all. We've been asking for this for years. But once again, like I have to echo on this podcast every week, bro. Our generation is a generation that's generating all the change and breaking all the traditions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because we are the first generation to really have that opportunity. And the only thing I disagree with what you said is that by saying I don't like it when they do it, it basically says, well, then it should just never happen. If you didn't do it the first time, then fuck it, never do it. Stay to your line, right? You want to be a racist, stay to your line. That means there's no progress. So like I feel you on the emotional response to it, but from the long vision, bro, the fact that Jay-Z did that, the fact that Beyonce did that, bro, I can't tell you how many people started hitting me up about African culture after Beyonce dropped her Lion King video series, dog. Like how many people? I've been wearing African clothes, African name my whole life. My point is that the awareness that they have,
bro, they're not changing. No, you know, right? They're not changing. NFL and MLB is not changing because because they got all something matters on the back of their helmets, and MLB is now including stats from iconic Negro,
I agree it's a small step.
There's nothing that's changing.
I agree it's a small step, but I also think that small steps get you to a place over time.
In certain areas, it's not one of them. Right. Like y'all just said, y'all
changing their name. And nobody still want to go in that motherfucker.
I wouldn't bought a Cleveland Indians hat, so when they don't make it no more, I'm gonna have one.
I want Chicago to change their basketball team to the.
Let's go shoot the corner in Cleveland.
Right. Nah, I want.
Hustle met LeBron in Cleveland though. I'm never gonna forget that.
I want the Bulls. I want the Bulls to change their name to the Lords, Chicago Lords.
Chicago Lords.
Bring the chicken tenders to Cleveland and do a Chicago show.
Hey, look, I may have to consider this black excellence. There were 54, 58 black families that were able to get their first home.
I just got Snoops today,
from the program Chicago Choose to Own program, right? I thought that was huge given the times that we're living in, and a lot of people's job status. People were able to get out of a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment that they lived in and raised their kids in for 10, 15 years. And with this program, they were able to get a home before Christmas, right? And have their first Christmas in their homes. And all different areas of the city, all newly renovated.
That's dope.
Home and everything. So it wasn't just like, okay, yeah, we're going to take you out of one hut and put you in West Night. So you guys can look that up. Chicago Choose to Own program.
I think you got to be careful, man. The history on that is dangerous, bro. That's the same thing that happened with Cabrini Green.
For 15 years, right? They'll pay like half of the mortgage, and after that, I'm not sure what happens, but that's the caveat. Like, okay, 15 years, we got you for half, and then you got to figure it out. I don't know
what company. What company like spearheaded that? What company's putting up that money?
That I didn't find that.
So I would suggest that the chance is it's probably a bank that is right now not giving out loans, which is how they make sure that they make money. And also taking an opportunity to get their PR tag on. Now, again, small step. It's a good thing for people. Somebody's getting something good from it. So I'm not hating on it. But the historic vibe on that is the same thing with Cabrini Green. When they redeveloped that area, right? That's what they did. They were like, oh, we'll just build you, we're going to give you some subsidy for some home over here. And then what really happened was they just wiped that bitch out and turned it into condos that you can't afford. So it's
everything out.
Exactly.
Fucking chicken places.
I mean, Vail just talked about a man getting shot with a shotgun in broad daylight a block away from where that shit is. And you ain't seeing none of that over there no more. So I'm just saying there's a dangerous game to be played with that historically. But I'm happy for the people that got it though.
People talk shit about how sweet, quote unquote, up north is. I didn't care. People didn't care where you were from. If you said you was from Cabrini, you were probably one of the toughest dudes walking, right? The police wouldn't go up in Cabrini Green.
Because they had snipers, bro. They had fucking snipers. There's a book y'all should read by Ben Austin. And he does a full history of the Cabrini Green projects all the way from when they were built to when they were tore down and the people relocated. He does an amazing job with this book, dog. And he talks specifically about that like there's a cop that pulls up to respond to something and there are snipers on the roof. They killed 2 cops that were trying to respond to a call to Cabrini, and they had snipers on the roof, killed them cats.
I think I'm gonna have my pops on, man, because he got some crazy stories about Cabrini, man. And
that's a good idea. We should definitely do the dad edition. Yeah.
My father grew up.
Was the pictures.
What'd you say?
Right.
The only thing they filmed good times was the motherfucking pictures.
The buildings.
And Candyman.
Tell you what, my pops grew up at Cabrini Green. Okay. They're in the back when it came from Mississippi to up here. He grew up at Cabrini Green. And he'll tell you when it started off,
it was a beautiful thing.
It was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. And they had different, and it was even Latinos living as well. Yep. It wasn't just all black. It was Latinos living as well. And slowly, but this is the problem though. It's gonna tie right in. People had kids, and the kids never moved out. They stayed. Those kids had kids. They didn't move out. They stayed. Here you go. The overflow, the influx of new life. The hallways begin to smell like piss. It's overcrowded. They end up leaving and went somewhere else. But this is why I think that Choose to Own is helpful, and only in this regard. These people get to see there is a different way to live. You ain't got to be cooped up, cramped up. You can have a house. You don't have to worry about your neighbors playing beat that bitch with a bat. I'm so old. Throw baby at 2 in the fucking morning. You know what I'm saying? You can go to fucking sleep in your own house. You know what I'm saying? You stupid dog. And you can see something different, man. And hopefully, in that 15 years, you get motivated to never go back to no shit like that. You secure your finance, make sure your finances are secure. You get shit done to make yourself stable, man. So even if you might not have a mansion, you have a nice home. Every home isn't expensive, man. It isn't, you know. So I mean,
even that's Inglewood too. When I grew up in Inglewood and I was over there, it was different than now. You know,
it was families, man. It was families.
My son lives in Bloomingdale, nice, area, and he's a fan of King Von and them. And he told me last week, he's like, Dad, can you take me over so I can see how O Block look?
No.
I mean, yeah. No, absolutely.
Wait.
I want him to see it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get some motherfucking rib tip and wing combo when I'm
you stupid dog.
Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kinde, could you explain why I should take him?
I mean,
and his boys. Because I'm taking all 3 of them.
There's 2 reasons. One,
y'all not finna stop though. Y'all better keep driving. Make a couple. I'm not even being funny though.
West side,
Before Kinde goes real quick, like I was gonna say on that episode where I got cut off by Spike and his son. That was funny, bro. Spike and his son. When you go down 63rd and you get to King Drive, you make that right, you immediately have to start making decisions. I learned this in 1997, and it still rings true to fucking date. You kept making decisions.
I disagree, man. I disagree, dog. Like I'm telling you, bro. When the pandemic hit, I'm not saying that it's not dangerous. Don't get me twisted, right? I'm not saying it's like some all flowers and girls. It's dangerous. But when the pandemic
hit, over there, dog. Let's been over there. We're gonna shut it down right now.
Listen, I'm about to tell you right now. When the pandemic hit, I had to switch jobs real quick. And I was delivering liquor. And 63rd and Cottage Grove, all the way down to 71st in Michigan, was in the area that I had to deliver liquor. So everywhere from 50, where I'm at now, everywhere from 35th. Listen, I'm good now. So when I pull up in my father's Lincoln, it's not even my car, my father's Lincoln, which is nicely kept, right? I have to get out of the car, get my bag of liquor in this clear red bag. Everybody knows what the fuck I'm carrying. Leave the car outside, go in these random ass apartment buildings that look like I could get robbed on sight. Get to the door, hand them their liquor, come back out, get in my car. Yes, was I aware of what was going on? Hell yeah. But what I want to tell you is that not one time was I threatened with anything whatsoever, bro. I was able to functionally do what I was doing. The biggest thing I tell people that got this West Side, South Side bullshit, the difference between the West Side and the South Side, to me, having lived on both and been in all the hoods on both, on the South Side, on the South Side, if you minding your business, nobody will fuck with you. On
bro,
the West Side,
that's it.
Niggas is on shit with you.
That is true,
bro. That's not true.
True as fuck.
That's not true at all, dog.
Hold on.
My experience. My experience. It's my experience.
My experience too.
My experience.
If you minding your business,
when the last time you been outside,
even if you say what's
when's the last time you lived outside?
They ain't fucking with you, huh?
When's the last time you lived outside?
Lived?
Yeah.
College.
Oh, okay. How about you, McKenna? You in Hyde Park now? Okay.
But what I'm trying to tell you is like, everybody I kick it with live right there. It's right there.
I still go out south.
Gotcha.
And I lived on 47th and Drexel. Nigga, I lived on 47th and Drexel for 8 years. I used to have to walk from the red line on 47th and State all the way to my crib on 47th and Drexel, nigga, at midnight with a suit and tie on.
Like I'm saying, man, you hit King Drive when you going on 63rd, you hit King Drive, you make that right to head towards 65th. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to that, bro. You hit that right, bro. You have to make a decision because the middle of the street is in the bottom line, bro. Fam, you cut me off last time. All right, and I ain't say shit. Cut me off last time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Fam.
God damn it.
It's not me. While I'm talking, is getting shot.
You still have to make decisions, man, because if you are on the wrong side of the street, you immediately looked at as maybe the op. They have to take a second look at you. Okay? If you are on the west side of that street, the people on the other side, the east side, take a second look at you to make sure you are not who you think they may be, bro. This is real shit. I was just over there recently. I was just there recently, bro. And for y'all to say you can mind your business out south and not get bothered, bro, that's completely and utterly 1000% false. Because the only difference between the South and the West Side is the size, the immense size difference in both sides of town, bro. Y'all, the South Side is so large, bro. You got the South Side, you got the Hundreds, you got over East. Out West, you got 290. That's
I got you on that. I give you that.
And the same cats that got bounties on their head and can't fuck around their head because they did so much bullshit. Guess where they live at? That's where they go. They go out south. When they're done out south, they used to go to Minnesota. They used to go to Milwaukee. Now these punks in Iowa. I'm saying, same thing, vice versa out south. They come from out south. They come out west. They can't fuck around here. They go to Minnesota. They go to Milwaukee. Go to Iowa. This shit still raised true. Somebody I came back from Iowa, bro. And guess what side of town they from?
What fuck Iowa? Why are we talking about Iowa?
I don't want to make
this. The point.
Yeah, we off on a tangent.
He went to much deliver liquor. He knows it's not tough. Fam, these hood motherfuckers don't get up to about 1 or 2.
Not just that.
Okay. I got another one. No, you called it. Nope. I'm on because you just threw that out there. I'm gonna do it. It's the last show of the year. I'm doing what I want. I used to deliver. I was the cigarette man.
I used to pull up on today, but go ahead.
66 in Racine, 71st in Stony. I'm in every hood bar giving away cool cigarettes. When I pulled up, I look like I'm a white boy. Are you serious? No, and you know what time you got to do that?
They gonna
midnight.
You white?
You got to do that at midnight. You got to do that. They know I got a bag full of cool cigarettes, bro. Like I got a $4,000 computer that I got to swipe. I'm just telling you, fam. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
What they're putting out there, bro. So you telling me if I go get a mini tip and link combo on 64th and King, I'm gonna get accosted?
Well, we just rode our bikes. We just rode our bikes through the hood at midnight for Breonna Taylor like about a month and a half ago.
They not gonna bother y'all doing it, bro.
I think Bossy's point of view is a little jaded, right?
Because he West Side as hell.
No, y'all don't see, bro. Y'all don't see, bro. Because
hold on, Bossy. I'm gonna tell you why.
Bossy.
For me, I feel like you're speaking from being debriefed before you hit the streets, right? You're privy to different information.
That's kind of true, though.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
have you seen the colors of most of my clothes, bro?
No. Hold on.
Exactly, bro. Come on now.
I know you don't be on that shit, but what I'm also saying is, I'm not going past fucking 53rd. I don't go. That's just me.
Our field, no.
I ain't going past 35th unless it's worth it.
Bro, I love taking. I've taken my family to Inglewood. Inglewood, as McKinday said, man, when we live in the suburbs. However, if we go to the city, we're going to at least 2 spots that I am aware of that have very good food.
You parlaying or you get in and out though?
If you still know people over there, you can.
Because you're gonna have to wait. You can do a call all you want, but you're still waiting.
That is so. So you really getting in and out. That's a hood in and out, bro. Stop playing with me, man. That's a hood in and out, bro.
If I go to any spot out south, and I'm being honest with you, I'm not trying to make my story. I will walk in, literally give a head nod, "What's up?" If anybody looking in my face, order my food. Stand there and wait for my shit on my. Nobody fucking with me, bro.
I believe you. That's everyday shit. That don't happen.
This is in the hood. All I'm telling my son, which I would like McKinday to answer when he was cut off, is I want to take
them. 3 times. I got 2 more times for him.
You're absolutely right. I want to take them there so they could see the difference.
I was gonna say, yeah. What the true answer to your question, Dion, is this: is that why I think it's important. I do think it's important because they do actually have an opportunity to live a privileged life in that way, right? Like the life that you've been able to provide for them. That's a thing that they need to see. They need to see that the way you came up is different than the way they came up, right? And I think that giving them that opportunity to see is much like what Vale was saying earlier, is like saying, yo, we can do better for us. So your kids who have these opportunities now, when they look at the Inglewood, they're not going to look at it like, oh yeah, no, fuck that shit. Like they're not going to be on that. They're going to be like, no, fuck that. We need to figure out how to help them get the same shit that we got access to. So yeah, I definitely think it's something you do, bro. I don't think you should ever cut off your history from anybody, man, whatever it is.
Bro, how hard is it? And I'm sorry.
How many Holocaust museums are there? You know what I'm saying? Like how many Jewish people take their kids to Holocaust museums?
Yeah. And I'll be seeing these white kids, bro, go to Inglewood. Why can't my kids over in the suburbs go over there and help as well? It's like, no, I'm gonna go do the same thing.
Tony Johnson is an excellent example, man. She's been doing work in Inglewood for like years, bro. Like for nothing other than because she believes in what it was and what it can be. So if you just devalue or disinvest in it entirely, that's not helping, man.
This is my only point real quick, bro. Can I do this one time? I was not all South Side, West Side jokes aside. It's all jokes for us. We know that. We laugh, we get our rocks off.
It's shit real for a lot of motherfuckers though, man.
Hey, McKinney.
I told you the last show to you, nigga. My birthday, my birthday in 2 days. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck
it is your birthday.
Nigga.
It's absolutely your birthday in 2 days. I gotta sit there. I gotta hold these L's, bro. But that's all I'm saying. The same thing can happen on both sides of town. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
On both sides of town. You have your good spots on both sides of town. You have your bad spots on both sides of town. That's what I'm saying. There's no, once you cross 55th, it's just dark.
No respect.
That's how it's percepted, though. That's the perception.
Yeah.
I'm not looking on Independence if it's late night and I'm on my way from Maywood to the city. I ain't got no problem with popping off on California and running something on Sacramento on them. It is what it is.
As black men, the only neighborhood, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I go in these Hispanic neighborhoods. They're the only ones that's fucking with you.
Oh, actually, I'm cool.
Real.
No, I'm cool over there.
You look like them.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Like them, bro.
And I be having my African beads on, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, why you with him? Yeah. Why you with him?
Yeah,
they still gangbang over territory. They still gangbang and shoot each other over territory, and most black neighborhoods, bro, it's over beefs or the drug culture, bro. Yeah.
Hey, can we transition to? I mean, this is our last show of 2020. I don't think everybody realized that.
2020.
So when this drops, this will drop New Year's Eve. So, y'all can listen to this. Ain't nowhere to go. So sit your ass in the house and get this corner convo. Let's talk about the 2020 wrap up, man. We had a lot of losses.
Too many.
I think this may be the biggest year of loss and on all fronts.
Well, say that. No. Well, I hear McKinney say that, but say it because we were all at home. We got a chance. It was more in our face, pause, than anything else.
Right. I was actually going to say, clarify. Are you talking about because of COVID, the disease, or are you just talking about the people that we saw die?
No, the people that we saw pass. The people that we saw pass.
I got that one, bro. I was going to send that. I couldn't post it in the group.
Oh, yeah, I got that one too. Yeah, I got that one too.
Love my wife. Sends me that in the middle of the show.
That's nice. That's nice.
She's like,
yeah.
Cooking shit.
I think before the COVID, right? And then the COVID just added to it. Bossy, can you just run down, right, some of our losses? We lost a lot of heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we lost a lot of heroes.
People that were important, man. We lost Chadwick, we lost Kobe, we lost Lou Brock, baseball, John Lewis and C.T. Vivian, political icons, Lil Richard, and Charlie Pride. People that know him, country singer, musically.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy, Lil Richard, John Thompson Jr., Gail Sayles, Bill Withers, Betty Wright. Not black, but still we accept it. We are all.
Oh, well, we taking them in. We taking them.
Yes. Pause. Sean Connery, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Regis Philbin, David Stern, Alex Trebek, Eddie Van Halen, King Von, Jimmy Collins, Houdini, Tiny Lester Jr., bro. They just out here.
FBG Duck.
Bro, yeah, there you go. Go one, bro. Everybody.
I would just say that, like, honestly, like, I'm not, the people that are older, like the Bill Withers, the Ruth Bader Ginsburgs, the C.T. Vivians, the John Lewises and them, I'm not as affected by that because they were in old age and they substantially left their impact on the world. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with you though, Abasi. I feel like a lot of us were just paying more attention because we was at the crib with nothing else to fucking do.
I mean, also we're talking Breonna Taylor. We're talking like
we didn't get to that bag yet.
Yeah, I mean because
Rayshard Brooks, bro. You know what I'm saying? George Floyd. We didn't get to that bag yet.
Bro, you know like you asked a question the other day on the page, like how has the year treated you? In essence, right? I think everybody's experience has been different.
Vastly
different, right?
Yep.
I mean, you got people who lost their jobs who couldn't even get another job, who couldn't pay rent. I've been very fortunate. that none of my family members have come down with it or passed from it. You know what I mean? Or fortunate enough to still be able to take care of my family. Still be able to do this podcast.
Shit, you got a promotion this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So did Dion. Right? Yeah. No, I feel you, man. That's a thing, man. And you were not on mic when we were talking about this earlier, but I was on Tequila Tales podcast last night. So shout out to
no, we're not shouting out. We're not shouting out. No sir. No sir.
Let me finish. Let me finish, man. Let me finish.
Right.
It's his birthday.
So I come in the room and the first thing they said was like, yo, so you got a podcast, right? I was like, let me set the record straight right now. It's not my podcast. I invited y'all to check it out, but Amon Phillips is the curator of this podcast, right? So they was like, oh, okay, cool. But then they tried to finesse a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, yeah, but you the reason why we watch it. I said, no. I said, no. We're not gonna do that. I said, and if I'm right, the first Tequila Tales was at Red Kiva. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he had a quarter convo at Red Kiva. I don't know about the time frame. I'll leave y'all to talk about that.
Long before him.
But they supported fully the corner convo and they definitely, want the love.
Appreciate you.
Just throwing that out.
Yep.
It's all good, man. Originator, none greater, man. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Dion, bro. Who was the most which loss, famous loss outside, people you may know or family may have lost someone due to corona or lost somebody due to anything this year? Which death, I probably should say celebrity, hit you the hardest? Pause.
If you know me,
it's easy. That's easy.
It's twofold, man. Yeah.
I was no disrespect to the other people that passed, but I got to keep it short so I don't get too
emotional
into it. But
right,
too emotional when I watched him. Yeah, I can tell a story about him because I've been blessed, thanks to Earl Christie of the New York Jets, Super Bowl III winning New York Jets, to get this show to where I was able to meet Kobe Bryant on every occasion, because I don't know if you know, but when the Lakers come here, my family knows, my mother, everybody that knows me, that's like a holiday. So when the Lakers come, don't call my phone, don't say nothing to me. I'm getting my perfect outfit like it's the motherfucking field trip. Seeing Kobe tonight, no joke. So I had the blessings to take portraits, which I'll post on the page, which I'm sure I have.
I said portraits. Pictures.
Kobe.
Fancy. Yeah, you so fancy, bro.
Right. Yeah. Portraits are painted by a person.
I'm sorry. But
God put him in that position. So it was,
yes.
And make sure you create an album for it. Make sure you create an album for the bully.
Yeah, I already did.
You should.
Dylan has a picture of us on his wall, but I was blessed to have Kobe sign. Kobe doing work. I never opened it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm sure it's worth a lot of money, but he signed that for me. The first time I got a picture, I'm not going to lie, I'm a grown man. I walked up to him. You know how you waiting for somebody to finish a conversation, kind of like we do on the show? So he's talking to his trainer, Tim Grover, who I'm very familiar with due to our guy, Matt. Mine knows Matt.
What up?
He was talking to Tim Grover.
What up, Matt?
Right before the motherfucking period came at the end of his sentence, I said, "Hey, Kobe." And he turned around. He goes, "Yeah, what's up, man?" That's how he talked. First of all, let me say this before I finish my story. Kobe is the nicest motherfucker that you would ever meet in the NBA. He was not an asshole. He was very inviting. He stopped and took pictures with every person outside of the motherfucking locker room.
Court, yeah.
Any words or things that you hear about Kobe, totally different on the fan side. So I go, "Kobe." Then he heard me. Turns around, he goes, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I'm like,
No.
I was like, "How do you need a picture?" He's like, "What? What's up?" I was like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, come on, man." And if you see the pictures, he just does the same thing. He grabs your shoulder, pulls it tight, take a smile, right? So did it every year.
Keep it together.
Yeah, last one, he's like, you don't got enough yet? On the third picture, I was like, nope. Give me another.
Wait a minute.
That was Kobe, bro. But just to, I know you guys got to get to yours, but I got the phone call, man. It was the worst. It was bad, man. I have prayers and blessings to his family. His wife is a very strong woman, especially with what she's going through now with her mom, to still deal with that. I miss this dude like crazy because, I grew up watching Mike, but Kobe was like another entity, and him being gone so soon, it was heart.
Yeah, that's definitely what hurt the most was like he didn't get an opportunity to finish out what he was going to do, man. His next step was about to basically be taking over the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going to be what Jordan was the first to do in a way, like, when Jordan bought into the Wizards, but he was going to do it better. You know what I'm saying? Like he was going to have way more access to it. Everybody in the league respected bro to a level of beyond degree, man. Yeah. That was a tough one. I was not a huge Kobe fan, but that was a sad period.
Yeah, it was very sad. It affected a lot of people, and not to go without mentioning Gianna, his daughter. When I look at Lila and our relationship and how it is, it's just the same. It's like, that's my girl. He didn't even care, bro. He was like, he had 4 girls. Of course he wanted a boy, but it's like, man, I got it right here. He said it myself. He's like, bro, she gonna kill just like a guy would. And I respected him. I respected his game. He got through all of that BS in Denver. And, I'm gonna miss him still. And I'm glad that we had this platform to talk about it. But rest in peace, Kobe, Mamba out, all of that good stuff. And I'm always gonna represent Kobe.
And shout out to the Lakers for bringing that home for him, man. It was a tough year to do that. It's 2020, and they did that. They had a mission above them, and they conquered that.
Go ahead, Kende. Who you
man, you know what? Like I say, man, it's different for me. Death in the way that I've been taught and raised is not like a final chapter. There's a certain level of belief in the fact that you are a reincarnated family spirit. From where I come from. And so, when even people in my own family, thankfully I've been fortunate the same way like Amon was saying, like I didn't have a tough year. I had a pretty good year and I didn't have anybody directly affected by this. And we've all been able to really flourish and do what we have to do. But even like family members that have passed, they've been very old. They've been in their 90s, they've been in their 80s, like they left their impact. So I didn't feel sad at their passing. I will say, one of the people that passed, though, that had a large impact on my life and my thinking was Bill Withers, man. Bill Withers, I had no clue who he really was other than the Just the Two of Us song and maybe like Grandma's Hands or something like that.
When you use me up.
And you use me up. But like even that, I needed, like, to be 100, I didn't probably even know that those were his songs until like later in my DJ life and later in my talent buying life, right? But then when I went back, man, and listened to his music and realized how short a period that he accomplished these like just impactful songs. Those songs, Lean on Me, bro. Lean on Me. Like he made songs in a short period of time that will last forever. So yeah, Bill Withers was one that I had an emotional response to because of how I saw his impact as a musician. But yeah, there was a number of them, man. RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, like she was a champion. I wanted to be a judge at one point in my life, and
see that. I can see that.
Oh yeah,
I can see that.
But what I really respected about her is that she was forcefully brilliant without looking like she was on a soapbox. And what I mean by that is that you have people that are like out to prove to you that they're right about an issue, whether it's civil rights or women's rights or whatever, and they're screaming at you and they're yelling and there's all this passion. She had this amazing ability to just frame it logically and just say, no, basically, I don't understand why y'all can't see it like this, because if you put this with that and this, then it adds up to this. So, I encourage you all to get smarter. She just had this brilliant capacity to use her thinking and her words, and at the highest court in the land for, you know, something like 25 or something, 30 years. So that one, I mean, again, she was in her 90s or 80s or whatever. So I wasn't sad. Like, she left her impact.
Right. Oh.
I think for me, nothing probably touched my soul like deep, just as a whole, as a collective, as many people as we lost and how we lost them. I thought it was whack. But if I had to pick one, you know, it would be John Thompson for me, just because of the connection I have with basketball, the time and energy that I put into the game, and what he was for Iverson, you know.
Man, for so many, dude, for fucking Ewing, for so many brothers, man.
Victor Page,
I mean,
Lonzo.
Bro, yeah, he was everybody's black father. Sorry, man, go ahead.
his own son too. He's stupid. But Kenny, he on some birthday shit today, dog.
Yeah, nigga,
my God.
While I'm talking is getting shot.
My fucking goodness, he on it.
So that for me, right, was impactful, just because I know what it feels like to be in a position to take care of someone else's children and assume the responsibility of being a father figure, right? When you don't have to. And to see him go and be loved by so many, and one of my idols, and I hate that term, but I mean, who didn't look up to Ivo, right?
Me.
Without Thompson, there is no Iverson. There is no me walking around with braids. There is no me trying to perfect his crossover. There is no me believing that I'm 6'10" in my mind without that. I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? So
turn your vibrator off, bro. We don't, yeah, that's not just not.
Oh, my shit on full blown ring.
So that one for me, that one probably rang or hit the hardest, right? If out of the list, you know, just because of what he meant. And then, you know, he was he was groundbreaking in what he did and how he made the big man relevant, right? He coached some of the best big men to ever come into the league.
All of them Hall of Famers.
And then,
facts,
to coach one of the greatest PGs, arguably to touch the hardwood. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, that just shows you're just a hell of a man. You know what I mean? And he was into the civil rights shit.
A leader of men. There you go, bro.
There you go, leader of men. So that is for me. Shout out to the Thompson family, man. Condolences.
Thank you.
When you say that, and I'm not cutting anyone off, do you think that a lot of young black men always, whether they have it or not, always just have this inkling of something in their body to respect an older black man? It's just like, it just seems.
I think it
used to be.
Go ahead.
You mean it used to be?
I think it's just how you were raised.
See, I think the thing about John Thompson, man, Thompson came off damn near like a 6'9" Yoda.
It's a presence, right? It's a presence you have.
Like he was to be so big and to be Georgetown, bro. Come on, let's be honest. At the height of Georgetown, that was the sports logo. You either were rocking Georgetown or you were rocking the Raiders. Like, that was it. It was Georgetown all day, right? So to be a man of that kind of power, that kind of presence, but to be quietly spoken, to be meticulously intellectual about how you approach things. Ivo says 100 million times, bro, I was a straight up street kid. I didn't give a fuck about nothing or nobody.
No mother, no man involved. I mean, of course, coaches, but still.
But to have a man of that stature speak to you calmly, help you think through how you approach things, help you understand that you ain't got to be the toughest motherfucker on the block to win the game. I think that's where his appeal came from, man.
And not to mention,
everybody forget Iverson had a case.
Yeah,
exactly.
Remember that shit.
When I was a shorty, man, my people's mom and dad, man, they took the family out to DC, and I fell in love with the culture.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Rockland City.
Like, you know, go. I was maybe
18,
15, you know what I'm saying? But it was a vibe, right? So again, like you said, everybody had Georgetown Hoyas, paraphernalia,
pullovers,
the whole nine. You know what I mean? So
orders.
That's what it hit for me. What about you, Bossy?
I couldn't pick out one in particular though. It was so many, and how I looked at it, man, it was like every time someone made that transition, I just saw main characters in books, in history books, you know, being written out. You know, whether it was a graceful exit or an unexpected exit, man. And it wasn't sad because how I look at death, I don't think death is sad to me. You know, it may hurt those immediately affected by it, but to me, someone no longer has to suffer here, man. Anything that we're going through here is done. I can cry for you for a few days, and I'll always remember you. Similar to what McKinley was saying, man, you kind of reborn through family, spirit, family energy. If I'm really reverberating right from what he said, but I looked at so many of these people like David Stern, what he did for the NBA, and what we're talking about Black kids in the inner city aspiring to be and get to the league. Chadwick Boseman, man, giving us our first big screen superhero, man. The little known Charlie Pride, man, winning. I think he won an award. Maybe the only Black country singer to win an award before recently. That was even
he had the most he had the most gross sales other like other than Elvis.
Yeah. Other than Elvis, right?
Yeah, Charlie he was a beast, man. You know, we didn't even mention Casey Jones. I forgot to mention Casey Jones, the great Boston Celtics legend, who coached and won. He got more titles than everybody's GOAT, and only one with a few less than Bill Russell. I think he's tied with Phil Jackson for coaching and playing together. We forgot to mention him, man. But it was just, to me, it was sad in a way because I'm watching history, watching people fade into history. I just hope they don't get forgotten. That's my thing. And that's our job as this generation that's going to break tradition to make sure we pass these stories on like our forefathers from years ago through oration, if we can, because a lot of times history books they do not state the facts correctly or accurately. They give you what the fuck they want you to have, and we can do better than that. We can pass.
And they're not. And like you said, Abasi, I know. Look at his face. He's so pissed off. I just cut him off.
No, I'm not. I'm paying attention, dog. It's your birthday shit, bro. I already got it.
He got a straight face to the
what? That's his what?
But I was gonna say the history books. They're not gonna give C.T. Vivian. They're not gonna give John Lewis they proper credit either. Nope. So, like you said, it's up to us to pass those stories down to our. I didn't know who Toussaint Louverture was until my parents told me. And when it was time to do the Black History Project in February, when I was in like 4th grade, Pops was like, "Don't do nobody everybody else did. You ever heard of Toussaint Louverture?" And I was like, "No." And it was like, yo, this man started and led the Haitian Revolution against the French, one of the only revolutions to ever be won against a European power in the history of the fucking world. So it's like, it's definitely on us. It's definitely on us.
We also have to give condolences and prayers up to Jimmy Collins. UIC legend.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to sit on his name because he's passed, man. But I remember when it was time for me to go to college, from JUCO to the big stage of D1. A lot of the big heads at that time of Chicago basketball scene, you know, Chris Head, Terry Head, Luther, may Ronald Chops, Bellinger, rest in peace. Big Ronald Chops. He took care of KG when KG got to Chicago. That's how I first met KG and played against KG way back when.
Damn, did he smash you? Never mind.
No, hey, he killed the squad, bro. No shame, he killed the squad. We never seen somebody 6'11" on the court that fast.
Did he smash you?
No, that's not an answer.
Wait a minute. First of all,
yeah.
Speed past that, like you didn't just say what you just said.
Yeah. But
who's ahead?
Jimmy. 1 second, bro.
To Chris Head?
Terry?
Luther.
No. I'm talking about Coach Luther, not the ball player Luther Head. Coach Luther from Von Steuben. You know what I'm saying? Big love Luther, still doing it, man. But I said it to say this. All the Chicago big heads, they shot me to Jimmy Collins. Hey, take him. He can hoop. This man said, nah, he's not good enough for us. We don't want him. Wow. I said, oh, okay. And went to Indiana State. No hard feelings, man. No hard feelings. Went to Indiana State, got a full ride, scholarship. Got to start several games. Got career high 28 points. Made it to March Madness. Got March Madness buckets, man. So I can't look back. I can't be mad. Can't be sad. You know what I'm saying? But he was a well-known fixture in Chicago, man. I thank him for everything he did, taking all them Western House boys, giving them scholarships, put them on the team, bro. Cats get a chance to see that college life can be something different. Yep. And that's it.
Yeah. Now, I was at UIC when Jamie was coaching, man, and I never met him directly other than because one of my first jobs in production was actually like laying the basketball. No.
Okay.
We used to have to overnight, like we used to work 11 to like 6 a.m. we used to have to pull up the basketball floor to make it a stage for the concert the next day, or put it back down, you know, for the next day's game. So like what's dope about that shit is that the one time I did meet him, we had finished laying the floor back down for a game, and they were trash. They were not good. But I would always, after we would lay the floor back down, we got done early, and I used to hoop full court on that UIC court up and down by myself, like I was playing imaginary niggas, running both sides, and dead ass. I used to believe somewhere in the back of my mind that somebody was watching me and that they was gonna see I had the shits and I had the dedication. But Jimmy, I saw him one time and he just like waved and kept it moving. But so I didn't know him personally, but I was definitely at UIC when he was coaching. He was certainly loved and respected by everybody there.
That's what's up. I guess before we close, I have
this the last show. Let's get a few topics, bro. It's it.
Yeah, we ain't got no motherfucking close the last one.
However, on that. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Can I just ask you this? Oh, you be right back.
I got 35% on my phone, so we're gonna have to wrap this up at some point.
We already had Vel speak on New Year's, bro. Might as well knock that out.
Okay, all right. So then this is my take on that. This is my take on that.
Let them know again what we're hitting that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, for those who may have missed the segment with Vel, shout out to Vel, Success. Bobby, what up? Oh shit, I forgot. I used to,
Bobby Simmons?
Boy.
You gonna tell your story about losing to Bobby Simmons? Okay.
No. Actually, we killed them. You know what I'm saying? We killed them. Like we laugh about it to this day. But anyway, no, these are real stats. I can call Pops right now. He'll pick up. You know, I can call my brother. He'll pick up. He was there. You know what I'm saying?
These are all people in your corner. Just keep going. What you got?
None of which who will lie.
It's stupid.
None of which who will lie for me. But
no, that's true. Haven definitely don't fuck with you like that. No,
he used to get McDonald's and you did, bro. That story killed me, bro.
You know what? Let's talk about that shit, right? So this is real shit. Lane Tech Chronicles, man. It was this bum ass coach that we had named Sims, right? 6'7", 6'8", maybe even 6'9", but he was trash, right? And there was a rumor that went around that he was in the league. So initially, I had a certain amount of respect for him, but then I saw him shoot the rock or halfway dribble. No, you don't have any skills, right? The man hated me for whatever reason.
I mean, an asshole.
Literally, but if that's the case, you didn't have to put me on the squad when I tried out, right? So there was something about my game, you know what I mean? I was good, right? Bro, we would go to summer tournaments and shit like that. He had a whole squad either in the bus or his van. Win or lose, he made sure that he bought everybody McDonald's. Me and my brother live in a house together, my nigga.
Oh, Haven was on the team too?
Yeah. Haven jumped out the gym. He was.
Oh, that's why you made the team, because Haven was on the team.
I'm older than him.
McKinley,
Why did I know that?
This is the best part of the story, dog. You got to hear this, bro. Oh, boy.
Look, no cap, as the shorties say, right? We would be at Diet. We'd be at Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? You know, the big tournaments, right?
Right.
Taking everybody home. Bro, he would stop at McDonald's, ask everyone, what do they want to eat? Even ask my brother, what you want? Yo, the man would not buy me no McDonald's, yo. Every single time.
So how is it that story doesn't let you know that you were that level of asshole? Like, how is it that this motherfucker intentionally finds a way to not buy you a $2 Big Mac every time? Like, you must have been high level asshole.
Bruh, first of all,
they live in the same house, dog. So
I get that.
Haven some shit.
Haven is one of the coolest, calmest, collected dudes I've ever met in my life. That's not a mind. So, like, how did that not flag you that you were
First of all, if I was weak mentally, that could have fucked me up as a kid.
Were you the starting guard?
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes. You know what I'm saying? By my sophomore year, I was starting, right? But yeah, no, freshman, I'm coming off the bench like a motherfucker. He hated me, right? But what I'm saying is that could fuck a kid's mental up. Like, regardless of whatever you feel about me, bruh, you gonna buy everybody. It's 15 of us, and you don't get me. I can't get a fry. I can't get a courtesy cup of water.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen to this part though,
bro. The first time I asked him,
you gotta tell him, dog. Haven would not even share with him, dog. Haven wouldn't even share this shit with
Joe, your own older brother would not let you get some fries. What kind of asshole are you, bro? Like, you gotta be the maximum level of asshole if your own older brother will not give you fries.
He's my younger brother.
Amon, out of all the fights you and Haven had, y'all supposed to fall every time he got some McDonald's, you didn't get none, and he ate in front of your face. You supposed to slap you out his fucking hand. That was rumbling right there.
Nah, Haven was way bigger than him. Haven was way bigger than him.
I don't care about that big shit, man.
Yeah, all right.
What?
Real shit. So the first time I asked him, like, bro, like, you didn't ask me for my order. The nigga said, cool, come. No, you're not getting anything. Bro, I wanted to cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, inside, I'm steaming. I kept my cool, went on to the house, you know what I'm saying? I probably didn't even tell my peoples about that shit, because it's like, I'm mentally strong like that, right? And I hated that nigga, Joe.
Man, I had a baseball coach. I had a baseball coach. I was pulled up to varsity like at the end of the season, sophomore year. And then I started second base junior and senior year. And senior year, a class of freshmen came in that was like all of our little brothers, and they were really good. Like we were a shitty team in our conference. But anyway, I think I briefly told this story a little bit last week. But like this coach, man, he was his motivational speech to us at the beginning of every season used to be, "I sat the bench at Lyden Township for 4 years." And I just remember thinking, nigga, why am I listening to you? He was like, I sat the bench. I never got ticked. This was his motivational speech at the beginning of every season. I watch so much baseball. I know, because I never played. and then my senior year, we had a coach, my man, I love him, Wolford. He actually played second base. He played second base. Yeah, I know, the phone call rang. He played second base for the Mariners, for San Francisco, had an 11-year career, right? Cool as a fan, old school Maywood homie, man. And he put me on game. Like, he really took my game up a level. So anyway, he was coaching with this guy, and at the last game of the season, we playing against OPRF. We're in the third round of the playoffs, which hadn't happened for 35 years in Proviso East baseball history, right? It's the first time we've ever made it that far. Bro, I'm talking about, who's that?
Say that name, bro.
Young Hoku.
But he said, we're down. It's the 6th inning. You know, high school baseball ends in 7 innings or whatever. 6th inning, it's my last at bat. I've been playing for this team for 3 years. We've been getting our ass kicked for 3 years. And he pulls me out for a kid that went to McDonald's in the middle of the game. A junior, Jimmy 2, a Japanese cat. Nothing against you, Jimmy. But in the middle of the game, because he didn't think he was going to play. It was senior night, basically. Dude left the bench because he used to drive to the game. The rest of us took the bus. He used to drive. Bro got up, went to McDonald's, came back, ate it on the bench. And then in the 7th inning, the coach was like, and put dude in for me. I lost it. I threw bats on the field. I
feel you. I didn't turn benches over, threw chairs, all kind of shit.
He was my chemistry teacher. He almost threatened to keep me from graduating. And he kept me out of that National Honor Society because he was on the committee because of all of that shit. So.
Yeah, man. So as a teacher,
fuck you, punk ass, whack ass coach.
Yeah.
Let's just say that clear.
Some people shouldn't coach, man, because on some real shit, like, you can break a kid's spirit, man. And it's way beyond that. But one topic I wanted to get into, as grown men, should you tell your guys that you love them? Is it okay to say, hey, man, I love you?
Absolutely. I love you. I love Dion. I love Abasi. fuck you assholes sometimes, but I love y'all.
Love you back, brother. You know that. Love you back, King. Look here, it absolutely is, man. And I think
I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
I don't know what none of that shit was. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, Bucky Johnson, what from the Chappelle show?
Chappelle show. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, we absolutely should be able to, man. But unfortunately, societal conditioning has made that soft or feminine, bro, to say it. Because like McKinney just did. We should be able to say to each one of us on a daily basis, or those that are important in your life, the other male figures that are important in your life, bro. Love you, man. My cousins and I, Big Reggie, we tell each other we love each other. Whenever we see, whenever we connect or we link, bro. My brothers and I, love you, man. It's easy, man,
but it comes from dads, man. It comes from your dad, man. Like, to be 100, I probably didn't say I love you to my dad, my brothers, like no other man until maybe like 3 years ago.
No, that's real shit.
Because that was not something that my father said to me. Now, I knew he loved me. It wasn't like that kind of thing. But when the words come out of your mouth from your father, bro, or your father figure, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you start to realize it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. No, my pops wasn't on that. You know what I mean? That's just not his thing. Like, he was more about acts of service, right? So you just knew. You know what I'm saying? Now I've watched him since I've had my daughters, and my brother has had his twin nieces, or his twin daughters, my nieces. I've watched him soften up, right? He's way more affectionate, right, than he's probably ever been in life, right? We've probably had some of the realest conversations that were necessary for me and him to just move forward, right? And I believe, like, the first time, like, he told me he loved me, I probably get them and cried like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, went home and cried. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, okay.
You couldn't cry in front of him, huh?
No, we're not on that. Hell no. We're not on that. We're not on that, right? So, even to this day, as a 42-year-old grown man, we don't say I love you every time we talk, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be like, man, love you, man. Just something quick, right? Yep. All right, cool. Love you too. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I may not even say, look, I may just, man, I love you, Pop. He'd be like, all right, I'll holler at you later. You know what I'm saying? Simple shit like that, right? So, my brother.
The question was your boys, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. So my boy, I mean, I feel like I do tell my guys I love them. I do. Dion, I don't.
You sit here and lie for the corner comment.
No, that's not true. No. I'm gonna hold you. I don't know about y'all two, but I will say, me and mine probably been kicking it more than we ever kicked it over the last 2 years. The last 2 years, mainly
love Hyde Park.
Coming to Hyde Park. Right?
That boy love Hyde Park.
Right. But through that time, like, on a number of occasions, almost every time when we leave each other, it's definitely I love you, bro. Like, it's almost like 70% of the time.
Is he inebriated?
So, yeah. I mean, we both are, but still, that's when you are at your. But you know what?
Emotionally vulnerable. Yep.
Okay, but that's also when you telling the fucking truth about where your heart is. You know that when you at your drunkest, you speaking from the heart. You ain't thinking through most of that shit. You speaking from the heart. So it almost means more sometimes when you in that state.
Depends on the person. Yeah.
I mean, with this, like, I would probably, let me say this. I'm gonna say it. I mean, you guys could be grown men. I'm piggybacking off of what
I'm childish, bro.
Piggybacking off what he said. When people do that, it's making a man saying it's feminine or he's in his feelings. No, it's being a grown man to say, you know what, I love you, man. I appreciate what you do. Appreciate what we've done together. Blah blah blah. And sometimes you kind of like fall back, and getting stupid, unnecessary arguments because, people don't want to say what they have to say. If people communicate, and this happens with marriages, this happens with your kids, communication is key, bro. Like, I can sit here and say, like, I've been married twice. And I feel like communication has been the issue for the first one. And now, like, we're working towards getting that situation done, and the more we communicate, the better our our bond is. If you don't communicate, whether it's your guy, your girl, your wife, your kids, then you're gonna have an issue because that person doesn't understand where you're coming from or what it is. So it is a little frustrating when you want to say what's on your mind and you're worried about someone saying, man, get that gay shit out of here, you and your feelings. And it goes all the way back to the mental health show that we had. So I feel like a lot of guys and gentlemen and men need to understand that, you know, if that person is your guy, if that person is your brother, you need to be able to say, hey, I love you, man.
Yep. I would say, I'll add to that, Dion. I think the sad part is, like you said, is like, unfortunately for men, we have to become grown men before we get comfortable with that. Like, as a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, I wasn't saying that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then you lost a homie and you can't say it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you lost a family member and you can't say it no more. So yeah, I do hope that anybody watching this, you got male sons in their early teens, please encourage them to say that shit, man, because it took us to get into our mid 30s before we got comfortable with this shit. And that's not all good.
It releases a lot off of just your day-to-day dealings, right?
And do.
Because you can easily tell your mom, oh, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But your guys is who you spend the most time with. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't kissing my dad on the mouth. I'm gonna just point.
No, I'm not on that at all. Like, no.
Same with Khalifa.
Yeah, no, we're not on
yeah,
that.
I ain't on that.
What is your? I mean, right now, me and Dylan started it. I mean, we're not doing nothing. Not on the mouth. Oh. But y'all know if y'all remember how like Isaiah and Magic did it. Like we'll do a handshake and just a simple like
on the cheek.
You know, yeah, on the cheek. But like there, that's it. Just as a because that's my son. I love him. He's my first.
Yeah, if it's my son, that's very different. You know, like I'm not kissing. I'm not kissing mine on the cheek. I'm not. That's not on the table.
No, I'm talking about my child.
Matter of fact, don't hug me too long, okay?
Yeah. My thing is like I go back to Kobe. Like, just think if you had an argument, and I try to tell my family, my wife, my kids, all this, hey, as much as I'm careful, I don't know who's out here.
Right.
I don't want to leave in a situation where, damn, this is the last time I saw my father. This is the last time I saw my husband. Like, just think about Vanessa. We don't know what happened, but her and, you know, Kobe and Gianna got on that plane. You don't know what the fuck happened, you know? Right. So that shit will fuck with you. So I beg everybody who has a family, who has friends that they love to just, that shit, I know you hear it all the time, but I try my best to let my family know when I'm gone, they gonna know I love them.
Yeah, I kiss my brothers on the cheek, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah. But you probably part French too. That's y'all culture. We. You know, I'm fucking with you, man. You stupid, man.
I'm just funny as hell.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Yeah, you know what? But black folks, like I said, we are the culture for the world, man. We find innovative ways to do everything, bro. So we may not say the term "I love you" to our homeboys, but the way we address each other, "What up, God? What up, King?" We use terms of endearment in place of the phrase "I love you," man. Like, you know, or we're in a conversation or a night out with the fellas. Oh, you out of here? All right, bro. It's all love. Right. And we'll bounce, bro. Things like that, dog. So it's still being said, but not in the terms of "I love you," because some of your homeboys don't know how to receive love, bro. This is a real thing. They don't know how to receive love, bro. So you say it to them, it's gonna wear them out. You're right. They might fall back off you for a day or so, or be like, "Hey, you straight, Joe?" Right in your face. Are you straight, bro? You cool? Yeah. You drunk? No, you know, but it's we are the generation again. We changing how shit is done. So soon enough, you don't want to tell a motherfucker you love them. Like, hey, dog, it's all love. What up, God? What up, King? Peace, God. Peace, King. Or like Dave Jefferson saying, Pop. His term is Pop. You know what I'm saying? So
I will say about it. I hate to be this guy, but I've been doing it all show.
It's your birthday in 2 days. Do it.
Yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
I disagree with you.
But the sad part is, like, the truth is that really does come from slavery. Like, if you showed love to another slave, then there was some idea that you had something to be a part of, and we don't want you to have that, right? You need to know you're not capable of experiencing love. You don't have access to that. And the more you love the people that you're close to, we're gonna sell that motherfucker. You know what? You love them that much, cool. I'm finna take them and put them over there just to prove to you that I have control over this shit. Yep. So it does still come from that same level of history.
Girl coming in and get that mandingo cock.
Right.
What about this, right? So when there is love, right? And if you're talking about your guys or your relationships, right? How open are you to having a conversation? Because a lot of people butt heads, right? Because everybody is listening wanting to be right.
Do they, huh? They both
heads?
All right, thanks.
Hibachi ain't shit. Hibachi ain't shit.
So the question is, right? What's your turnaround time to have a legitimate conversation without being aggressive? And
somebody has to call first, bro. Somebody has to make the initial step.
Nah. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. And honestly, this is King Von. Somebody posted, I think it was Complex, posted a quick interview that King Von had with Gilly the Kid. And what was real powerful about this little clip that they posted. You saw that? That was you?
Yeah.
Yo, what was super powerful about that shit for me, not really following King Von and really not following Gilly the Kid that much, to be 100. What was really powerful about that is King Von said, the problem is niggas don't know how to come to the table to talk. And this is a dude that just lost his life based on this exact same shit,
bro.
He said the problem is niggas don't know how to come to the table. He said niggas look up at the beef, they see the drama, and they only know one way to respond. And instead they need to learn. And you could tell what I loved about it is the fact that he not some sophisticated new intellectual nigga. Like he sounded like he dropped out of 8th grade. He sounded like he was still in the streets. But he meant that shit. He said, yo, niggas just don't know how to sit at the table and talk. There's a different way to do that shit. That was some powerful shit.
You know street smarts. You know, go ahead.
You know what? Interview was 2 to 3 weeks before he passed.
Right. Like Kennedy said, you know, he might have dropped out or whatever, but it don't take a book to make a motherfucker intelligent. It don't, man. That's the thing a lot of times, bro. It really don't, man. But there's, like I was saying, there's no turnaround time, dog. Somebody has to, both you guys are adults. Somebody has to act like an adult and shoot a text, make a phone call, say what's up. Or even if you're gonna start the phone call off on 10, make sure that shit, you know, the person you talk to know it's coming from a place of love, man. I try to remind myself when I'm talking to people that I may have some issues with my brothers or my nephews, or we don't have issues, we disagree on some things.
Man, bro, you and your brothers disagree? That's gotta be
sometimes,
dangerous. Bro. That's you two building size niggas just arguing.
Building size.
Even the homeboy, bro. You know, we disagree, bro. This is coming from a place of love, bro. And if in the middle of our argument, somebody run up and try to fuck with you, we bamming his ass.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They're not gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna fuck with you though, but they ain't finna fuck with you. Period. And all my friends say the same shit, bro. If we out there, it's going down. AB is in the middle of that shit in the trenches fucking with you. We can go back to arguing later on.
Yeah.
Facts. Hey, I don't want to call it out, but there's some Tim Ski stories out there like that.
See, there you go.
Shout out to Tim Ski. What up, cousin?
Yeah. It's definitely some Tim Ski. Like, not even really my homie, but
you was there.
But after a moment that we had, another moment developed where some other person was kind of in my shit and it wasn't really my beef, but was around me, and Tim didn't hesitate. He was like, oh no, fam, you don't get to, you move away from me, bro. Like, I get to argue with him. You don't get to do that shit.
Good shit, man.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. My mother said I gotta stop using profanity on the podcast.
Yeah, me too. I gotta stop doing that, man, because they listening now, bro. They listening, man.
I'm gonna do my best to curtail it.
It's my birthday, so
shit.
Yeah, y'all trash, man. You know what I mean? Step your vocab game up, man.
You know what's funny? I only say nigga in private with like my family and on this show. I never say nigga except on this show.
You know, I hate that word, so I try to say it at all.
Yeah, you know what's funny? At first, I used to think that, you know, it's okay to say it. Then I said to myself, it's actually trash.
It's not. Yeah, it's not okay.
And then I said to myself, I can't wait to say it around white people to make them uncomfortable. right? It's just on some weird shit.
I do that all the time. At Summerfest in Milwaukee, I call all my white friends niggas.
So it's almost like,
oh boy,
why do I have to, make you feel comfortable? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if this is, I know how to, as my daughter says, she says code switch, right? So I know when it's time, and then if I'm being free and cool, then that's just what it is,
Right.
Sometimes I see some stuff on the page, I'm like, damn, that shit is trash. I want to delete it, but it's real.
Let me tell you something. Richard Pryor.
It's still a term of endearment. It's not anything that I'm using negatively.
Richard Pryor is still, to this day, in my opinion, the official, heavyweight in this conversation. When he put out the album Nigga Please, or no, this nigga's crazy.
Crazy.
Number one, on the album, he had to use like the asterisks, right? For censorship reasons. But that moment when he says, then I went to Africa and I looked around and I didn't see no niggas. He was like, here I am saying nigga all the time in my comedy. The reason why you say it is because it has an impact. It's the same reason you say fuck. It's the same reason you say bitch. If you end a sentence with nigga, fuck, or bitch, sorry, Mama Thompson, but if you end a sentence with that, it does have an impact. It's language. It's language. Now, the meaning behind it is where you really get into the weeds about whether you should use it or not.
Right.
I would never call a person under, 25 a nigga like that. I wouldn't do that. But it's language. So there are two sides of that coin.
Yeah, I ain't with it. What
but 2021, I pledge to not use nigga on this show because I don't really advocate for the word.
It's difficult to not stop saying the word. Trust me.
So what words can we implement? My brother, bro,
fam. I mean, there's a million other words, bro.
Bucko.
Just like we cut out bitch.
Bucko.
We cut out bitch like in the first Bucko. We cut out bitch in the first like two episodes.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's possible to use other words.
Hey, and that's my favorite word. That is my favorite word. Too short say the B word because we're describing food. This bitch fire. You know what I'm saying? Or man, but you're in the party. Man, we in this bitch, bro. It's just there. I don't mean it toward women like that.
And it's hard. It's hard because you got motherfuckers like Russell Simmons. You got motherfuckers. No, don't say female.
Oh, you stupid dog. Oh, that's what he said. Okay.
You got motherfuckers like Russell Simmons who 3 or 4 years ago do the hip hop summit, and the whole platform is to argue for nigga is a term of endearment. Let's take that word, let's make it our word, and then we take the power over. But that's not something you can do. You can't rewrite history.
You can't rewrite history, bro.
You can't rewrite history.
That's always my argument.
Again, it's still language. So the fact that people in Chicago call everybody Joe, nobody has nobody knows why. There's no human, I don't give a fuck who you are. Timuel Black is one of the greatest historians in Chicago history. He can't tell you why people in Chicago call each other Joe. He can't tell you why Charlie was a thing. The point is language is something that you pick up through your cultural upbringing, and it's not conscious when you pick it up.
Nope.
But isn't there something to be said about Black culture and being able to remix a word and take the power away, right?
I don't think so.
Sometimes you can't, bro.
I personally think that's dope, right? And also, words do have power, but they also it's about how you empower a word.
Let me tell you right now, if you put a fucking hashtag slave on a shirt and you wear it outside, I'm not fucking with you no more. but that's my point, right? Like that word means too much for you to say, I'm going to overtake it.
Remix. Yeah.
It's hard to overtake the word because there's still white people out here that feel like they're cool enough to say it, and then they get hit in the face with a motherfucking can of fucking Monster.
Yeah, that was a great video, by the way. It
was amazing. He got what he deserved. The gentleman was calm, and he bust his face open.
Boom! Like he came from way underneath. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
Bro, if I feel my fault, dog. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
if I feel a way about that word, bro, there's nothing you can sell me. No way you can sell me on it to tell me, you know what? Now, for the whole world, everybody with melanin, the N-word means you're great.
Brother.
Right. So if you're gonna do it like that, the word N-word can mean sandwich. It can mean vehicle. It can mean a place, bro. No, you can't do it. The history, like McKinley said, is too deeply rooted in an ugly, ugly fucking history, dog, to ever be remixed. The best we can do is try to get cats not to say it, but that's difficult because of the street culture, because of the rap culture. It's just
I was gonna say,
bro.
the rap culture, nigga rhymes well with a lot of shit.
and it's a punchline for a lot of lines too.
Exactly.
Like, man, I can say I'm
just
gonna shoot
like
you,
bitch,
or I can say I'm gonna shoot that nigga. Which one you gonna listen to?
Fuck.
Yeah. Excuse my N-word. I said it right there. My bad.
Yep.
Excuse
Sorry, Mama Thompson.
It's just too much, man. And the Clippers lost by 42 points to the Mavericks today.
Oh, really? Who's watching basketball? Who gives a shit about basketball?
What else you got on the docket?
Let's finish up the New Year's joint, bro. We good.
Okay.
We're good to go, man.
I mean that shit. I think.
Yeah, you wrapped it up. If you wrapped it up, you wrap it up, bro.
No, I mean we here, man. Right. You know, it's the last one of the year, so I got time. You know.
I just love when cats
go. You know what's funny about that? What's funny about that? Abasi just said, "Why do people be coming up with all these new reasons to do shit at the end of the year?"
It's stupid.
Now
man.
you like, well, it's the last show of 2020. We got to keep talking.
You stupid dog.
It's gonna be a show next week.
The first of 2021. So I mean, the crazy part is about that, man. Is I like hearing people say "New Year, New Me," because that you let me know when you open your mouth. Like the old folks say, when you open your mouth, some people open their mouth, they'll tell you the fuck they are. When you say New Year, New Me, a lot of times I look at somebody and I think of two things. You know what I'm saying? I think you're a procrastinator, or you're doing something you really don't want to do, but for reasons beyond your power, you have to. You know what I'm saying? New Year, New Me. I'm getting a new job or something. I got to stop, man.
You know,
I
think this is
the corniest shit in the fucking world.
I think this is a good way to frame that question, right? I think the best way to frame that question is, everybody thought 2020, somewhere either subconscious or you did it publicly, you thought this is going to be your biggest year. And for some people, it really was set up for that, right? What is the biggest lesson that you learned from 2020? And what is the thing that you know you're going to take into 2021 that you probably weren't focused on when New Year's was last year, when it was 2019 going into 2020?
My life got a B+ this year, bro. Cool.
What'd you say, Dion?
Nothing is promised, bro. Like everything was just taken. You know, whether it's your schooling, like, yeah, they're teaching. You know this like crazy, McGinday. I have a child. You're a teacher. Schooling taken. Hell, I know it's minimal to some, but big to others. Sports. I enjoy going to Bulls games and covering them. Taken away. You can't go to a game if you want. Bro, something simple. I like going out with my wife to
just
dinner.
To have dinner.
I like going to new restaurants. Gone. So that within itself is enough for me to want everybody to just look and understand that, damn, this shit is no joke. And I hope that everybody understands that you got to get your shit right, whether it's your life, your marriage, your friendships, everything else, because this is what it is, man.
Thanks, man.
I really can't say I'm taking any lessons from 2020 to 2021, dog. My life was fucking dope this year. I'm not trying to say nobody else's year because there were rough years. This was a rough year for a lot of people.
Like hundreds of thousands.
I pimped work.
Hello.
I got several new items. I'm started out 2021 with getting a kickback from how I did work this year, bro. Look here. I made another birthday. Look here, I got asked to be on the dopest podcast I've ever listened to in 2020. Just tap in 2020. I approve
this message.
You know what I'm saying, bro? It was dope for me, man. And I just really can't see a lesson to take from that because the work. Look here, I took the promotional exam. I passed that bitch really decently, and I had to cram because I didn't have information other people had to take it. I had to cram. I got that shit done. I didn't barely pass. I passed with a nice score. A nice score, man. I mean, 2020 kept handing me.
Nice score.
Hey, if this was spades, bro, if this was spades, my first card was a king, my second was a queen, the third was a jack. I might have skipped the motherfucking 10. I got the 9, the 8. I got the 6. I'm run out.
So then what lesson are you taking from that in the 2021 though?
Keep doing what I'm doing, man. Keep doing what I'm doing, man. You know what? But it started off. No, you know what? You're right. I do have something. Thank you for checking me. Thank you for looking at. I'm looking at Deion Square. He's shaking his head, doing something different. But that made me think of something. When I was tired mentally earlier this year, it let me know to keep trying to be a better person. So for 2021, I'm going to keep on shedding the bullshit that I've been on for years. You know, I was winning for years. I'm gonna keep trying to shed the bullshit and keep trying to become a better person. That's what I do.
I'll say for me, man, like I learned that the rat race is real, and that if we're not really paying attention, we will find ourselves fully invested in other people's dreams, other people's goals, other people's lives, other people's schedules, without really properly placing ourselves in our own day. And going back to teaching for me, I mean, I'm older now, being in the entertainment game, it's fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I had a cool ass job, bro. I used to spend somebody else's money on the bands and the fucking artists that I like the most. And then I would sell tickets to my friends. Like, and it was a block away from the crib, right? Like, so like, I loved what I was doing. I would not have properly gauged the long term of that life without somebody forcing me to stop. And so going back into education forced me to really take that look back. So, I mean, what I'm taking into 2021 is this. I agree, Abasi, like, can't take nothing for granted, or Dion, can't take nothing for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta exist, gotta live every day like it's your best day. Like Bill said earlier, gotta make sure that whatever your losses are, don't focus on that shit. Move on to the next move, because you're gonna take some L's in life if you alive. Yeah, but the lesson for me, man, is to really start focusing on the long-term goals fully. Like, what do I want for my family? What do I want for my friends? What do I want, for the people around me that I rock with? And I think and I hope that I'm able to hold true to that.
Good shit. What about you? What lessons are you taking, Amon Phillips? Amon. Spell it right.
Other than leaving 3 or 4 times in one fucking session. Fuck.
Put the goddamn bottle next to you and the juice.
Yeah, nigga, you got a whole counter right there. I know where you are. There's a whole counter. Why do you have to keep leaving?
Well, first of all.
No, never mind. Just go right to the answer. Don't. Thanks. Yeah. God.
What am I taking? You know what? I'm cut from the cloth where, there things happen for a reason, right? And everything that has happened this year has been part of my story before I even knew it was my story. So with that being said, I'm happy to be here. What I'm taking is trying to be better, right? Trying to always be the best version of myself, right? I'm not perfect. Sometimes I fuck up. Players fuck up too. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I have to be a better leader. I have to listen with a different kind of ear, right? Because the reason why we are here is because I had a vision and I wanted to live this vision with y'all. And maybe my vision only got this far, right? I don't know what happened to here. You know what I'm saying? He must be snorting coke. I don't know what you're doing right now. I think it's a hell of a drug.
I wouldn't mind. Be all
right. So I mean, what I'm taking is how to be better, right? How to make sure I'm available for everybody if need be, right? And how to get us to the next level. I think that's huge. I think that we are onto something that others can see where we're headed, right? And that's also part of the vision. If it was trash, we wouldn't be where we're at now, right?
Yeah, we've been 26 straight, man. 26 straight weeks, bro. It's
not 27. It's 27. It's not easy.
28.
It's not easy.
It's actually
28.
not.
It's actually 28. Yeah, because we had to, but
Oh, we had the pre episode. No,
actually,
I'll
no,
say
29.
No, y'all are adding all
30,
kinds of
30.
Right. Like, what?
31.
Nigga, 47. Nigga, what the fuck are y'all talking about? No, that's what I would say, though. I would definitely give you your flowers of mine on that. No bullshit. Bro, when you first approached this whole thing, I was like, okay, here we go. Another Amon idea that he doesn't know what he's doing. He just thinks it's great. I really did. I'm just being honest. I've said that a number of times. I had zero belief that this had any merit whatsoever. I didn't think anybody was gonna give a shit. but you put so much time and energy to it, bro, that you made sure that every time I wanted to duck out, like that week that Q subbed for me, I was like, okay, cool. I've established that I'm not gonna be here every week. I'll just start getting other people to be me, so I don't have to do this anymore. But I couldn't because you did. You put that level of input into it, and I felt like I would be failing you if I just ducked out on you like that, right? So I'm gonna give you your flowers, Dion, bro. The major guests that we've had here, those have pretty much been you. You know what I'm saying? Like you've definitely brought to the table this idea that like, yo, man, this is a real thing and there's ways to do this. And you've always been very upfront about making sure that we don't lose sight of that. And Abasi, I didn't know you, bro. I had no idea who you was. After the third show, I was like, man, we're gonna have to get this dude up off of here. He a whole police officer. It's Black Lives Matter 2020. Like, he not gonna work, man. Like, I don't see how he's gonna be able to do this. But man, I will say, man, I appreciate so much about you, man, because you do a real job. Like, you do a job that no Black man wants to do. And you do it in the year of nobody wanting to do that job, but you do it well and you still represent very well for your culture, bro. Like, you don't let your job supersede who you are as a person. So I'm gonna just lay that out there, man. I appreciate all y'all brothers, man.
Gratitude, King. Love.
Well, in that case, let me start here. First of all, I love all y'all, man, and none of this is possible without y'all, right? Like, my vision is my vision, and y'all were a part of that. I don't need y'all. I want y'all. Like, pause on all that, but like it's amazing to see the vision come to life and how it comes on screen, right? The shit that we may go through behind closed doors, whatever, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, nothing's above the show, right? So, Dion, I want to start with you because I've known you not as long as Abasi, but you know, we've dealt with each other on several levels, right? At the end of the day, my brother, I know you my mans. I consider you a brother. Anybody on here has met my parents, right? So I don't take that lightly, you know. So if you've been involved in my family, you are a brother to me, right? Now, do we have communication issues? Of course we do. It just is what it is. But like Abasi said earlier, if something happening and I'm there, nigga, we either going down together or we kicking ass together. Like,
that beef is on pause. We got a whole nother beef we got to deal with. This beef, yeah.
I'm that dude. Abasi, I appreciate you, brother, for being open to the idea, because I remember we were kicking it one day and I sat back, and this is how my mind worked. I just sat there and watched for a minute, and it was about 6 or 7 of us, and I was late getting off work, came over there, Berry Hill crib, and I was just listening to the conversation and how you were moving in and out of conversations, right? You were double dutching conversations. You were being funny. You were dropping jewels at that, like making people see the other side of the coin. And I tapped you and I said, we're going to start a podcast.
These are facts.
You know what I'm saying? And Kende, you were always part of the equation, right? Whether you knew it or not. I wasn't going to let you quit.
No, I knew it, motherfucker. What you mean? I knew it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm the smart guy. Yeah. I fucking knew.
But here's the thing, right? Like, I've seen you maneuver in so many different areas since we met 15, 20 years ago, right? And you have always been stand up, right? You're not wavered by a lot of things don't bother you. Just look at shit just way totally different, right? And I love that. right? Because I was taught to like, you don't want to have the same like-minded people around you, because you're gonna fuck around, all y'all gonna do some dumb shit, right? So there's a balance to all of this, right? So that's why I appreciate you, man. And just thank y'all for making the corner what it is, 4 guys, 4 mics, and 4 perspectives.
That's dope. That's real dope, man. I mean, my little 2 cents is I'm gonna start with Dion. I'll start here. You had a blow up. It's in the past. It's under the rug. We blow up again? Probably so, because I've been told I have a presence. My voice is loud. I want to get my point across. And Dion was the man to say on this show, he's going to react and fight fire with fire, so to speak. And you need that. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with 4 dominant personalities, you can be a dominant personality and not be and be soft-spoken. That's McKinley right there. He's a dominant personality, he's soft-spoken. Dion's brash. So he get his point across. All right. I love him for that, man. Until our next fight, McKinley. It's peace. Goddamn it. It's peace. McKinley, I first met you at the Promontory. You would do anything DJing. I offered him a shot. He said, "Nah, I'm cool." I was like, "Damn, I think he moved like me. He want to watch and see first." That's cool. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I've been a hunter and I've been hunted, so I know how the game works. You know what I'm saying?
And I had probably been 10 shots in by the time you offered.
That could have been it. That could have been it. But the very next time, though, it was a shake. It was one of them, and he took a shot. I was like, boom, we in. Amon, man, look here. Dion has his jokes about us, but I've known you since the fucking mid-90s, bro. Yeah. Mid-90s. And we are going to walk into 2021, man. That's a long time. That's a long time, bro. That's a long time. And one thing I can say, you never lack confidence. And if you wanted something, you were never deterred from trying to achieve it and get it, man. And a lot of times, if you didn't get what you wanted, you got damn near close to it. You know what I'm saying? And you put those ingredients together on stir off in the pot, bro, with an old dirty ass spoon, because it ain't perfect yet. You know what I'm saying? The flavor gonna have a little twang to it. You get the Corner Combo podcast, man, and there's no other podcast I'd rather be on, or the place I'd rather be doing this with, or anybody I'd rather be doing this with than you guys, man. So it's all love, Kings.
It's all love, Kings.
I guess
I'm gonna do my last little piece, man. Oh, my bad. It's Dion time. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Shit, man. He on his birthday shit.
Nigga, I don't know. It's like 4 hours. I don't know where the fuck we
are. We had 4 hours, but I'll start with mine.
He put his belt on. This
He's petty, man. He's the pettiest man alive, man.
King, bro. Still gonna be him when this is over. But start with mine. Basically met, always been a friend, right? Always been a guy I can count on. Yeah, we have bad, awful communication issues that, as I said earlier, if you work on them, then you get through them. We both have wives that are very special and important in our lives, so we're going to get into arguments based upon our situation because we're close, and things like that happen prior to the show are stupid. Regardless of what anybody believes, the last thing that I am is jealous of anything, because regardless of the situation, as I said before, now the 3rd time, I'm still going to be the king. No reason to be jealous of anybody. I'm here because I was asked to be here. I know I bring something to the table, and jealousy is nothing that I could do because I don't want nobody jealous of me. So love you, bro. McKinley, we met. So,
yeah, I wish they could have seen. I wish they could have seen the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. First 20 minutes are not recorded.
Do, man. What the fuck we do? We gotta get better.
So Kende met you a while ago. I forgot who threw it. It was either Amon or Q. We've had our minimal differences, but we get along a lot. And I appreciate the fact that you're on this show, and it's a good way for me to get to know you better. I am going to throw you under the bus that you have yet to be at any event at my
I was
home.
gonna say that. I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that.
But I'm sure we will make that happen. You're a good man. You do your thing for the culture, for kids, and for the show, and I appreciate you with what you're doing. Abasi, you probably don't know this, but I've known you a while. You used to come to Divine, didn't know who the fuck you were.
Sound like you
just had a uniform on and you liked Kobe. I'm like, this motherfucker, I like this motherfucker. Me and him get along. I see his posts. I don't even know why I'm his Facebook friend, right? But I see, all right, he know Amon, he know Q, he know Rod, we good. Found out he Rod cousin. So, but long story short, we got into it, but that was just like all right, we still getting to know each other. Fuck this dude, fuck that dude, and now we good. Nothing against everybody else, but Abasi's that type of dude that'll reach out to you on the side and just say you good, just like that. Even if we got beef, he'll reach out and just say you good, and that means a lot. And that's not nobody in their feelings. That's just somebody saying like, hey, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know we gonna be good and moving forward once we go national, which we are. Nice. Whether I'm a king or not, it's gonna be 4 kings with 4 mics.
Yeah, let's go that way. Let's go with the 4 kings. Let's say that. Yeah, move the fucking belt. Move the fucking. Take the Toys R Us belt off. Take the Toys R Us belt off.
I lost in the first round, bro.
Hey, look,
this fantasy football already lost, bro.
I won my championship bro. I had Alvin Kamara. I won on Friday. That motherfucker put up 60 points. Anyway,
you that won did too.
No, I won my fantasy football
Alvin Kamara and Mike Evans. Mike Evans got 41 for him. That was it.
I had Mike too. He had 34. I had Tom Brady, bro. I set a record. I set a record with this championship. Anyway, I was gonna say, and I forgot what the fuck it was.
Look at the band. The band all happy and shit. Look at
that
shit, man.
That's what I was gonna say. I got to shout out the love to the artist of the week. So this is Farron Victoria. Yeah, Farron Victoria is a sister. She does sip and paint, and like she'll like sketch out the outline like for one of these paintings, and then you come in and you do your own like color fills and all like that. She's mad dope, man. She's from Chicago. She's a super body positive, like, you know, really. She's a brilliant woman, man. And she's not trying to do nothing special either. That's the other thing. Like when you talk to her, she's like, yo, I'm just being me. So yeah, big salute to Farron. Much love to you. This was the only one I could find that actually didn't like have like watermarks and shit like that. So you should have to pay her for shit, just so you know.
Yeah, no,
that one on the right, is that called inserted? Because it looks like he's inserting her.
Well, I don't know. It's an artistic approach to king and queendom, is the way I interpreted it. I don't know if I went all the way into the insertion.
Looks good.
And the bottom is a heart.
Yeah, I picked the bottom as a heart. But
yeah.
The queen, the queen.
Keep saying stuff because McKinney keep having to sit down and stand up. Keep talking.
Yeah, no.
Every time you say something, you got to stand up and get out the way.
The purplish joint is amazing with the titties out. You got your jewels on. You know what I mean? The crown. No, I love that. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
It's natural. It's organic. It looks organic, man. It's queen shit.
Yes.
Yeah, no. She's definitely a sister that really believes in Black women, particularly taking the power over their bodies and not allowing, you know, other people to tell that narrative. Like, feel free in your glorious curves. Feel free if you want to be naked. Feel free in your Black love with your man. So yeah, big shout out to Farron.
All right, man. Let's
go ahead and get up out of here, man, for 2020. Kende, what you doing for the B-Day? If I'm off tomorrow, so I'm
off too.
Yeah.
The B-Day is Tuesday, but
I'm not off Tuesday. So
so if both of y'all are off tomorrow,
yeah,
that's cool. Mosey's in town. My baby sister Irene is in town. You know, obviously COVID shut down a lot in the city, but over there where Dion live should be open.
Everybody's sitting down, bro.
Yeah, well, no, shit ain't open out there in like Schaumburg or what? It's open.
It's all open, motherfuckers sitting down, drinking.
So check it out. So me and my brother was literally sitting here earlier, right before the show, like, shit, man, what we gonna do? Because we just been sitting in my crib the whole time doing nothing, sipping and talking shit. So maybe that's the move, man. I'm gonna look at some Schomburg shit, man, and we'll come out.
Let me know, man.
Yeah, let me know.
There's a place called
tomorrow would be great. Tomorrow would be great.
What the fuck is it called? Something Susie's, Fat Rosie's. I know you could sit down in there.
I've heard of that.
Look that up. My wife's been without me, but I'll definitely swing through.
Look,
I
hate when they cheat on us and go to spots that we were supposed to go to together.
Yeah, with their girl.
Yeah.
Mo just went outside, but honestly, we had literally been talking all day about what to do. So that might be the move tomorrow, man.
Drinks is dope, good food, and I mean.
Oh, before we got out of here, everybody since day one that has supported our podcast has supported the Corner Convo movement, from the Facebook page to people on the show sending you invites and engaging and giving feedback. All of our listeners, yes, we started in Chicago. We are in different countries. We are in different cities. We are in different states. Thank you for allowing us to come into your homes, your workspace, your ears, your iPods, whatever you listen to. Thank you for just giving us that time of day. It means the world to us, and it keeps us going. It holds us accountable to bring the right content to our listeners, to our subscribers, to anybody who rocks with the corner. Thank you to anybody who has been a sponsor. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to anybody who has come on the show. Thank you.
Yeah. No, real shit, man. Real shit, dog. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When you posted that shit about like, yo, post when you watching the show, bro, I was not expecting so many people to post when they were watching it, bro. And every time I would like open up my phone and look at that, bro, it was powerful. Cause like I said, like to be 100, man, it's just like, I didn't think this was all that deep, but people that I trust wholly, man, people that are like are my mentors are listening to this show. And they're like, yo, man, keep going. So like, that means a lot. It means so much to know that there are people that really receive what we do here, and that it has some impact, man. That's a real thing.
For sure. So
our subscribers as well.
So our subscribers, again, anybody outside of Chicago that has lended your ears to us, thank you so very much, because it means the world. Trust me when I tell you it means the world. And 2021, it's only
we got so much shit lined up, bro. We got
so many things
so much shit lined up.
The fact that we're just rocking in 4 squares.
We haven't even done the motherfucking live yet. That's
bro, it's so much shit.
So again, when I tell you that we love y'all, we do. We appreciate you, and it's our job and our duty to make sure that we're giving you guys the best of us, right? If we're not doing that, we're not doing our jobs, and we might as well just cut this shit off now and say we had a good run.
Right. That's not gonna happen.
Nah, not at all.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's Cam. That's Cam.
Oh, Jesus.
Shout out to Cam, man. So again, I can't thank y'all enough. I can't thank my brothers enough. And you got Big Stace, you got Professor Adidapo, you got Brother AB, and my name is Amon. Say what you want, spell my name right. Without any of us, there is no corner. No man is bigger than the corner. Thank y'all. We love y'all. We will see y'all in 2021. We out.
Holla.